capping when I say my man fantasy, it was Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers too, bro. I'm not capping on everything I love, bro.
I'm out of control, out the park, centerfold. Yeah, hard to say, overload. Ain't no parking space on the road. Yeah, I'm out of control, out the park, centerfold. Yeah, say your breath. I'm too cold. Yeah, devil hate me, wanna take my soul. Yeah, I am just a source of what you stole.
Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode of the Black Otakus of Culture. Episode 102, I believe. Yeah, 102. So, in our second episode of the new year. So, once again, Happy New Year to people and shit. We midway through January. Happy Martin Luther King weekend. King Day is Monday. This upcoming Monday. His birthday was just last Friday. So, shout out to y'all. I'm going to say one thing real quick. I'm happy that we in the pandemic because I did not see no Martin Luther King club flyers this year, and it made me happy. That shit used to be disgusting to see, G. Mugs would have parties dedicated to Martin Luther King, G. So, shout out to COVID in that aspect. But, anyway, this your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Got the whole squad on here. Got Cam on here.
Sir, I'll be making your girl.
Got DC on here.
What's up?
And we got Trell Sav on here. You know the vibes with him.
Yo.
And for those that are watching, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and hit the little bell thing, get a notification when anytime a You Tweaking Media podcast drops, like anytime any content drops. And also make sure you copy some You Tweaking Media merch. Just type in You Tweaking Media on Teespring and get you some nice little swag. Get you a face mask like Cam is throwing up right there on the screen, or get you a t-shirt, get you a hoodie, whatever. Get something for your girl. Valentine's Day is next month, so hey, it's a nice little gift, nice little swag to give you shorty. It'd be greatly appreciated. But let's go ahead and get into this episode. This, as always, what we've been reading, watching, and playing. I'll go first. Reading, I haven't read nothing besides One Piece and My Hero, so that's it, and we'll talk about that later. In terms of watching, I watched the Black Clover has been really good. They really get into the upcoming new arc. They said, spoiler alert, so is the prince of that kingdom they're about to go to war with.
Bullshit.
I was just like, that was super random. But it was still a solid episode. The episode ended on that. I was like, that's beyond random, but cool. They what else? Black Clover. And I think that's it in terms of major stuff I watched, besides rewatching Ed, and Eddie episodes and stuff.
Sure.
Hey, Ed, Eddie was fire.
It was fire.
It was fire. I think that's it for watching. Playing Scott Pilgrim and some Cyberpunk. So that's it for me in terms of gaming. We'll talk about Scott Pilgrim later. This, by the way, if you are a member of the Ubisoft fan club and you are hypersensitive, your feelings might get hurt. We're just letting you know now. Your feelings may get hurt, and it be that way sometimes. But that's it for me.
For me, so didn't read anything. Didn't read anything. I'll probably get on that a lot lately of reading things. Cause schedule kind of open better since I don't have to leave this house. Two, for watching. So I wasn't really gonna talk about anything I'm watching because I only really watch like the weeklies, and there's only some of those I watch. But I did last night. I kind of got tired of playing Madden, so I was like, let me watch some on HBO Max because it's always a good time to watch some on HBO Max. So I was like, let me go to the Cartoon Network catalog. I was like, I don't want to watch Ed, Ed, and Eddie because like one of my Ed and Eddie fan. I was like, let me watch something new, and I looked at here's it. I love modern day Cartoon Network cartoons. I don't care what anybody say. All right. there is a stigma on modern day Cartoon Network cartoons because people like to just always go with like Teen Titan Go and shit like that. And for those people, fuck them. I watched shit called Infinity Train, and it was absolutely good, yo. From episode 1 to episode 10, which I think is the last episode. And the greatest thing that New Age Cartoon Network cartoons do better than all them old OGs is actually have a reason of storytelling, folks. All them OGs ain't got no reason. Well, there is some dead scammers because you know that creepy pasta them niggas actually dead in purgatory. But Courage the Cowardly Dog got undertold me. I was fan of that show here. But you know, all them other fucking shows that we grew up on, no meaning to it. There's no substance. But you got shows like, you know, Steven Universe, even though I have a love-hate relationship with that show. Even shows like sometimes like Gumball, who every episode has an undertone theme to it, just washes the OGs. And I love seeing that. I love seeing OGs get smirked. And Infinity Train is doing that again. I plan to watch season 2, which is different from season 1. It's like season 1, it ended. Like it ended, it came with a conclusion with that character, it goes on to another character, then it goes on to a character after that, which I'm looking forward to when it comes to watching. It gives a little bit of sometimes Adventure Time vibes when it comes to the mystery. It was really good. It's only 12-minute episodes. So I binge watched that before I went to sleep yesterday. It was decent. So when it comes to playing, we're playing 2 things. The big one is Valhalla, but I will speak on Madden just for 2 seconds. Madden's fun for me personally. Is it a shit game? Yes, but for me personally, it's fun. I don't have really anything bad to say because I'm only playing one mode, which is franchise. I did go to the MUT menu though to see how that shit is. It crashed my game. Now, it didn't crash my game in the sense of like the blue screen came up, but it's just I couldn't do any fucking thing, so I had to close the application. Didn't go to it after that again. I guess all the people getting on for this playoffs and shit like that, because there was some really fucked up servers yesterday, bro. Every time I tried to get on, it would send me back, and all I would see would be, what's the black quarterback from the Ravens? Well, I would be seeing his face all the time.
Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. I'll be just seeing his face. I'll be trying to play fantasy, and franchise, and I would just get smacked back to the menu screen because it's so bad. Thank God one of the times I threw a pick, and I was like, damn it, and then it went back to the menu screen, so that pick ain't count. Shout out to that. Shout out to me raining and destroying niggas with Pat Mahomes getting 4,000 yards a season, bro. Living the life, bro.
4,000 yards is the staple almost now.
That's the goal. It's a 4,500 is a heavy goal.
Oh, 4,500. Okay, I'm like, yeah, it's a difference. Yeah, 4,000 is kind of like, if you're like an elite quarterback, yeah, 4,000 yeah, shit. Cool.
And I got Tyreek Hill, I think 2,000 yards on this season.
Now that's good. That for a receiver, that's amazing.
We living a life, bro. We living a life over there. But mainly the last thing I want to talk about, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. All right, little history with Trailside. Okay, the first time me ever encountered an Assassin's Creed game was Assassin's Creed 1 on my Xbox 360. I played that game for all of 2 seconds, took it out of my goddamn Xbox 360, walked to GameStop along with Fallout 3, don't slander me, this game called Wet, and a bunch of other Xbox 360 games I never played, went in, and they told me you can get $20 credits to any game that you want. And I was like, huh? Let me go ahead and get Saints Row 2. Was that the best decision I ever made? Kind of not, because I didn't know how great Fallout 3 was. But enjoyed the hell out of Saints Row 2. So, after that, I came across another Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 2. Do I know how I ended up having Assassin's Creed 2? No. I think somebody gave it to me. I don't fucking know. But I played Assassin's Creed 2. Now, I thought to myself, I didn't like Assassin's Creed 1. It was ugly, and I didn't like all that assassin stealth shit. Because in my hands, I had jittery fingers as a kid. I couldn't do the stealth shit. But let me play Assassin's Creed 2. Loved it. Loved everything about it. Assassin's Creed 2 is tied with my favorite Assassin's Creed game now. I beat it, but I didn't beat it at the same time. I got to the end, but I never see the credits because I think my PS2 or Xbox broke at some point of that, so I don't fucking know. So, I enjoy that. After that, I skipped Assassin's Creed 3 because I didn't have a system. Oh, I never played Brotherhood and I never played Revelations. But I watched somebody play it on YouTube, so I know of the game. But in terms of filming it with my hands, no. But both of them had really fucking cool multiplayer modes that I used to watch all the fucking time on YouTube, and I wish they would have done that back.
I used to go crazy on the multiplayer on Assassin's Creed 2.
Gee, that shit used to be fire. But now for what's the last thing I was gonna say? Oh, so Black Flag was probably, in terms of the new, after 3 was the one I played. You know what I'm saying? I love Black Flag. Black Flag is a fire game. 1 2 finding the DLC when I was freeing slaves, not because I didn't like freeing slaves, it was just because the only thing you did in that DLC was free fucking slaves. Got kind of repetitive after a while when you freed your 1,000th slave. Well, you would have thought I would have got pieced up by how many fucking slaves I freed. But I love Black Flag. I love the ships. I love the exploration. It's a really big fucking game. You can get really bored of it really fucking fast. But I loved it. After that, didn't play Unity, didn't play Syndicate, didn't play.
I fucking love Syndicate. Loved it.
But Odyssey didn't. I mean, not Odyssey. Origins didn't play. Now, Origins, for anybody who don't know, was a whole turnaround in the Assassin's Creed type gameplay situation, right? It became an open world game more than a linear based stealth game, right? All Assassin's Creed was somewhat open world, but they still were linear when it comes to missions and the things you do, and their your choices didn't fucking matter. But Origins brought that. Once I found out that nigga in Origins killed people with feathers, I did not play that game. Look it up on fucking YouTube. He literally will touch you with a feather and you'll turn to dust. Not capping. So Odyssey came out. Now, I was like, I don't want to play Odyssey. But it was a time when Odyssey was like $5 or $10, and I think me and DC both copped that when it came out. And me and DC both play Odyssey. DC got farther than me. I don't want to really say that that was a terrible game, but that game is kind of like if you go on certain websites and you see bull here destroys this person. That's what that game did to me. I couldn't take it no more. I had to freaking tap out.
Hour.
I remember that. I was at a party with Karen, but Karen said he's not playing this no more. I understand, because that fucking prologue was like 12 fucking hours. And then it's not like, oh, you just said because you... No, literally, the Assassin's Creed logo came out in like an hour fucking 2 of playing, bro. Like hour 2 got Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm like, fuck that. But I play as much as I fucking can. I think when we started the podcast, DC was finishing that game. And he was talking about the Cyclops and shit like that. So it took forever for that game to fucking end. Mm-hmm. I didn't get to finish it. I remember when I did this whole entire... I think I got getting towards the ending, and then I looked at the order thing or the codex or whatever, all these people you gotta kill, and I didn't even scratch the surface.
Bro, you can finish that game and it's still there. I still had like hella people on it.
I was like, I'm not doing all that. So I stopped it. I would probably say I was a good 30 hours in, but like 30% complete with that game. Fuck that. If I'm gonna be 30 hours in with any fucking game, I better be at least like 60% if it's not a JRPG, because JRPGs actually have a reason for why you doing that shit, right? Odyssey didn't. So Valhalla come out, the Viking fucking Assassin's Creed. We loved it, all that type of stuff. Well, they loved it, especially the white people that stormed the Capitol. They loved their Vikings. And I was like, not bad in that game. But got blessed on my birthday. I feel like slandering on a podcast because I didn't get a good game to slander yet. So I bought the game. This game, CD Projekt Red, you fucked up. Now I watch you on every type of podcast because it gets redundant, and I feel like one of them YouTube people that's trying to get clickbaits. Let's talk about CD Projekt Red so I can get my 10,000 views.
Oh God.
You fucked up on this. Because of you, this game slid under the radar. Because of your shit release, it's slid under the radar. Imagine, I platinum Cyberpunk. Did every fucking ending, shoot myself in the face, did all them stupid trophies, all that type of shit. So I pretty much know the ins and insiders of the fucking Cyberpunk, right? Had to go through, had to go deep inside that shit. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a worse game than that. Cyberpunk, the only thing that fucking stopped Cyberpunk was bugs. This game has bugs. And a pretty fucking boring story. And the combat suck ass. And it's too fucking long. And it's too fucking big. And it's not fucking Vikings. Okay, so the reason I would say it's not fucking Vikings, you can do the braided hair shit. I can dual wield fucking axes. Guess what? I can go on raids. I can pillage shit. But you know when you're not a fucking Viking? When I kill a civilian and they say, hey, you do that one more time, it's desynchronized. I'm not a fucking Viking. I'm a bitch at that point.
That's classic. So you can't kill. You can't kill.
No, that's Assassin's Creed.
I was raiding and pillaging. I literally had a fucking torch in one hand and an axe in the other. I was knee deep in my Viking cosplay like I was storming the Capitol. Let me quit saying that for the FBI be at my fucking door. But at that point, I threw the thing at this person's house. The house was on fire. They told me to burn the village down. I saw a fucking priest standing there. I'm like, I don't fucking like Catholics. I'm a Christian though, but I don't fucking like Catholics. Let me out my fucking axe and throw his head off. Don't kill another civilian. You're desynchronized. At this fucking point, I'm a fucking Viking. You need to tell me this nigga. Everywhere this nigga goes, they talk about this nigga wolf bitten. Everywhere he fucking goes. And they be like, oh no, bro, you don't kill civilians though.
Nigga, not a Viking name.
Yeah, bro. That shit did.
You're an assassin.
I'm glad this game don't show me story progress because I will probably quit. But as I save right now, I'm currently 19 hours, 33 minutes, and 20 seconds into this game.
What area are you in? Because I remember hearing this on Black Otakus. Like, what region are you in?
So I'm in England.
You got a ways to go then. I remember Ethos and Black Okage saying shit like that.
I'm in England. So, in terms, and this is what, like, bro, you let the Japanese anime company do Viking shit better than you. Only reason I know some of this shit is because of fucking
Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga, right? So, there's Wessex. Mind you, Wessex suggested power is 340. My power right now is 75. I've been playing this game for how long? 19 hours. I will say it again. The suggested power for Wessex is 340. I was playing this game for 19 hours and my power is 75. So I don't know where the fucking math goes into that, but if 19 hours took me to power of 75, how many fucking hours gonna give me to 340? I don't fucking know. I can screenshot the map right now, and it just shows nothing but whiteness because it's so much in this fucking game. It's choppy, it's fucking slow. Sometimes the people's mouths don't move. There's stupid gameplay that can fucking stop you from playing this game and enjoying it, as in the Zealots, like I was talking to you niggas about. That shit's stupid. Reason being, these Zealots in the beginning of the fucking game starts off at power 90. Once you land in fucking England, you like power fucking 15. So you can run into a fucking zealot hour one, and he will dog walk you every time you run into that motherfucker, bro. Like it is not a simple power dog walk. Like, hey, this is an RPG. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can beat anything. Of course, I'm not what the fuck do I look like going to get something fucking 90 and he touch me with a fucking stick and my ass is desynchronized, bro, and I'm in fucking Odin's world or whatever it's called. It's so much shit in this game that make you just be like, side quests are ass. Quests in this game is ass. Every single one of them, because they're not side quests. They're like fucking mysteries or whatever you call it. You do these things, but most of them is me talking to some fucking little kids and playing hide and go seek. That shit ass. I found the fucking dog, which was cool. It was funny as fuck because that dog was like a wolf mixed with a dog at the same time. So it was cool, but it was big as shit. And then that became part of my skill set. I could just sick that fucking wolf on somebody. That was the one side quest I enjoyed. Every other thing, it was two side quests that involves fart, which is fucking, I'm 25. Fart jokes literally will make me laugh once a year, bro. Once a year. So I don't give a shit. about a fucking fart joke. There's about a billion places for me to fucking leap on and climb so I can search the map. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of these bitches, and literally probably in gaming meters or whatever, 100 meters away from each other. For fucking what? Why the fuck I need to open the map 100 meters away from each other? I can screenshot that and show y'all that I'm not fucking capping. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture of it right now and put it in the chat, folks. I'm not even capping. There of these motherfucking things.
Oh, you talking about the watchtower shenanigans shit?
The things you gotta use to fucking clear the map up. That's the purpose of the Assassin's Creed game, is to clear the fucking map. There's 3 of them. There's 3 of them. Literally 100 meters away from each other. And then true, how you know what 100 meters is? It's probably farther than that. I fucking played this game for 19 hours. It's probably between 100 or 250 meters away from each other, bro. It's not a cap. Y'all think I'm capping, folks. I don't cap on no fucking video games. I like open world games. This shit. Take a look. When it comes to chat, take a look, bro. You can literally put one of them bitches right there where it say Lincolnshire and call it a day. There's literally 3 of them homes right next to each other. There's no point in that, bro. There's no point in it. The game, okay, so I can end my talking. So I'm still gonna play it. Am I gonna beat it? Probably fucking not. I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you. But if you play 19 hours a game, I have the right to talk about this game, yo. 19 fucking hours of my life gone. So if anybody has a problem with seeing when you ain't played the game this whole entire time, woody, you sit here 19 hours and play with a softcore Viking. You try that shit.
Nigga, a softcore Viking. Nigga.
Pros. The game is fucking beautiful. Alright? Not even gonna cap. They did England to a fucking T. It is so fucking England that I dang near want some fucking chips.
Yorkshire tea.
They eat. It's poshy. Did it to the T. Some of the aesthetics when you go to certain places are fucking fire, bro. Like the fucking when shit is cursed, like it's a curse put on the land. It's all darky, a whole bunch of crows are flying around. You're dying as all you're walking there. That shit fucking cold. I like shit like that. It's very hard to find out some of the game. The ship ain't that bad. They try to put a ship in every fucking Assassin's Creed game because Black Flag did so good. So anytime you play an Assassin's Creed game now, best believe you're gonna be on a fucking ship. Odyssey had no reason for you to be on a ship. They put you on a ship. I guess because Viking raids a lot of stuff you put on the ship, but I'm traveling through a fucking river. There's no ship battles, so I guess you will call the river in this game the fucking expressway. Because I can walk to a place and raid it if I want to. All I gotta do is press the raid button. But the ship is nice. The parkour, because I try to chase them notes with more music on there, and I bust my shit every time. It could be me. I could be an Assassin's Creed amateur. Or it can be the physics in this game is a tad bit ass like in every Assassin's Creed game. Other than that, there's nice mysteries and shit like that. Cons. This map is single-handedly the worst fucking map I have ever played with on a video game. You talk about clutter in fucking Cyberpunk. At least in fucking Cyberpunk, I know, it's a bunch of baseball bats. I can knock these bitches out. Woody, woody, woo. This map doesn't have that. The only how you can tell what the fuck that shit is on that map, if you fucking walk to it,
real simple, B. It says rap.
You can call a nigga.
Wrap that shit up, B.
You can call, my bad. You can call a nigga, and you could pay him to show you on the map. But other than that, there's dots. You don't know what the fuck you're going into when they're dots. All in all, I don't rate video games. But if I was to ask, DC played Odyssey. If DC asked me to buy this game, I'll tell them, go ahead. Your discretion is advised, though. Because if this game is on sale for like $20, it's a cop. No cap. Ain't no cap. You can get your time out of this fucking game. $60 fucking though, hell no. Don't even put yourself through it. Don't even walk in it. It's bad. It's bad. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it ain't it, G. It ain't it at all. I'm done.
Alright,
Cool.
I'll be quick. I'll start with what I read. I don't think I Oh wait, I did. I talked to Cam about the Monster Musume because I caught up on the manga.
Shit was fucking hilarious.
Wait.
I won't go into too much detail, but I will say that Snake Orgy's milk farm with
We're not getting to season 2, basically. Is what
Yeah, Monster Musume.
yeah,
it-
Hermaphrodite,
Oh!
slugs, fucking
Oh, Monster! You mean Monster Musume, like the show?
yeah,
yeah, you're not getting to see it.
Man, I read that shit after I finished the
yeah.
season. That ass me for
That scene when he was on that
my
farm,
nigga, raw, detailed, all that type of shit. Black Lantern.
bro. The funniest arc I read in that manga was when he was on that farm with the Minotaurs and the Satyrs, and he was milking them, and then the little Satyrs found out he was milking the Minotaurs so good, so they asked him to milk them. So then he had to cook, clean, shear, and milk them, and then the moon happened, and they were all in heat, and it was the Dark Satyrs that saved them in the end. Pure comedy. That was hella funny. I enjoyed that arc. I found it funny that Mia's reason for coming to Japan was that she was trying to find a male for her tribe so they could all fuck her. That was hilarious, but it was an interesting read nonetheless. But I think that's the only thing that I read of note besides the main stuff. So I'll get into what I watched. Did y'all watch Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah, I watched Jujutsu
Yeah,
Kaisen.
we'll talk about
I'll
that.
add that.
later? All right.
Yeah.
So I will say I'm rewatching One Piece with my little sister, and I had a conversation with Cam. I kept hyping up Robin's backstory, and I'm like, because my sister cried on a couple backstories in Naruto, so I'm like, all right, she gonna cry on some One Piece backstory, right? Hell no, she did not shed a fucking tear on that Robin backstory, and I'll tell you what,
It's not that sad
kinda-
to me.
I thought it was sad when I first watched it, and in my mind, I thought it was really freaking sad. So when I rewatched it, I'm looking at her, seeing if she was gonna get a reaction. She was just joking the whole time, laughing, and I felt salty sitting on that couch looking at the screen. I'm like, you know what? Maybe this Robin hype is a little more than what we think it is.
As the
And so-
resident Robin hater of this podcast,
I love Robin.
That's music to my ears.
Hey,
Fuck.
like I said, I'm probably the biggest Robin stan, but I like her backstory. But I'm like, ain't nothing to cry over. Like niggas die every day, b.
Oh,
So
and
I'm
then
probably
the
heartless.
assassination too, DC.
Oh yeah, okay. So my sister pointed out something funny. They said that it's funny that Robin said that her specialty when she got on the crew was assassination. She didn't kill a single soul the
That bitch ain't never
the
assassinate
entirety
nobody.
of the
boy.
all that stuff in Whiskey Peach, that dude survived. We thought she bent Pell's back into oblivion. He survived. She hasn't killed a single soul. Even spawned him in the arc where she bent him back and his skeleton went everywhere. He survived. So she hasn't killed a single soul in the story. So
Trash.
the assassination was capped. She was trying to sound cool in front of Usopp and Chopper. So Faye's exposing Robin. Funny as
I'm
hell.
here for it. That bitch trash.
Faye's favorite, my sister's favorite character is Frankie, which is surprising.
She's probably one of the few people in the whole fandom that fucks with Frankie.
I only know one other person whose favorite character that I follow on YouTube whose favorite Frankie. So yeah, she's
Tekken 101's favorite. That's like Tekken 101 is the only other person on YouTube that I think likes Frankie, but
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
probably make a 1 hour video of why he's the strongest character in One Piece.
made a lot of 1 hour videos about that nigga. But
Hey, that's
so
that's
I
true
might send a
fandom.
link to Faye. But yeah, like I'm enjoying rewatching it because there's a lot of things that I overhyped in my mind and there's things that I overlooked. And my sister really likes Skypiea, especially for the Void Century hints that were throughout. Because my sister brought up she beginning of the show, she was like, how come certain islands are very old looking and other islands are like modern and other islands are advanced. And when they started talking about the world history stuff and saying that the ancient kingdom was an advanced civilization and 100 years happened, that was the Void Century, and then the world became to what it is. She's fascinated with that. That's all she cares about. So my sister's become a quality One Piece fan. I respect it. She shits on Zoro. I don't even have to tell her. I appreciate it. I think she still hates Usopp, and she doesn't care for Nami. She likes Luffy and Sanji, but she gets really pissed off. Like she got pissed off when Luffy got sent into the between those buildings when Lucci no, at the beginning of the arc he got stuck in the buildings. And she's like, he better not get stuck in between those buildings again. And then when Lucci launched that nigga back into in between the buildings, he had to pause the thing, and she just like walked upstairs because the Luffy antics get to her sometimes. But like I told her, like this is peak comedy. Like Oda is a troll.
Luffy peak dumbass too. So
dumbass. So yeah, we Luffy just went year 2, so she's gonna be excited for the fight she's about to see. So yeah, that's it for watching. Playing now, I will say Fire Emblem Three Houses saved my video game passion and fire. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's my game of the year already. I'm in January, so when we get to the end of this year, you already know what I'm gonna talk about. But I will say I lusted after a reptilian monster known as the Immaculate One.
Hey man,
that blew the hell out of me.
What you see under the dress though? What you see under that dress? She thickums.
It's an illusion. She trying to. I knew something was up when she was caressing my head when I woke up, and she was singing to me. and she was like, shush, don't just rest. You're my perfect whatever. I forgot what it was. I'm like, this is like the calm before the storm. So I thought I was gonna be good with her, and then when she turned into that Immaculate One, I was heartbroken. Like, gee,
I'm still smashing though, bro. Listen, bro. Once you get past that dragon thing, you see a nice lady, skin tight clothes with a priest outfit. Gotta overlook the fact that she can turn into a 100-foot dragon. You like that?
Immaculate One though. It's a very masculine epithet, bro. But I love Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm on the Edelgard path. I talked to Cam in big detail about me going back and playing different playthroughs because I want more of the story. It is an amazing story. I love the JRPG elements, the strategic. That's what you call it, Cam?
Yeah,
strategy.
RPG.
I'm into that now, so I'll be playing those a lot more moving forward. I'm going to be buying more JRPGs and anything strategy based. More Fire Emblem, I got to get 3DS because Cam said there's no more for the Switch. So now I got to find a 3DS so I can get those other ones. If not, but yeah, I think that's it for me.
A conversion is slowly happening across the podcast. Y'all can. I'm gonna convert all of them. Well, they all go be me. So for reading, I am catching up. I just did like a massive 20-30 chapter read of Black Clover. DC was there for it. Some of my live reactions. I'm not gonna spoil it because Chris is on. I'm gonna talk to DC about it later. But it is really cool. Getting more information about Asta, Demon, the Demon's backstory. A lot of good shit. Oh, freaking Chris, you finna get into some really good shit with because what's the last episode that you said they left? They revealed that Yuno's so after that episode, shit finna get real. It's finna get really real. And it's gonna be some amazing fights. Oh my god, the Yami fight. I cannot wait to see that shit animated.
And they about to and all Yami's fights be animated perfectly. So I'm already looking forward to it, especially with the new animation style they're using.
He does some cold shit too, so I'm definitely finna tune into the anime that part. So just a lot of great shit from Black Clover, and then of course you got Yuno being Yuno, always ruining my mood. But at this point, what can you do but still read it, criticize his existence? But yeah, shout out to Black Clover. I'm probably gonna be caught up by the time we do our next podcast recording, so me and DC can talk a little bit about that. What I'm going is too much. Chris don't care about spoilers, but he do care.
I do and I don't. It depends. But at the same time, it's like,
I don't know. When we first met Chris, man, I don't care about spoilers. Now we in that ass now.
Yeah, boy. All right, so in watching, so I think I was the only one who watched Cells at Work. We got a season 2 of Cells at Work, and then we got another series called Cells at Work called Black. And they're both in tandem for this season. History about me and Cells at Work. This is the first anime that I like because my mom is she's in med school. And so when I had saw the anime at first, I was like, this would be pretty cool for her because it's like it's comedic, but it's like educational as hell too. Like it really does teach you about like the inner workings of your body, what each cell does, their functions and stuff. But it's not boring. There's not like walls of text going like, this is what you need to learn for your pop quiz on Tuesday. Like it's comedic in how they teach you, and they actually let you use that anime as like an educational resource. And I think I've read some stories about some colleges actually use those at work. So, so I was able to introduce my mom to that anime, and she really liked it. We watched a couple episodes together. So I really liked the anime, and so when I heard about season two in Cold Black, I was super hyped for it. I watched Cold Black first because originally I got confused. I thought that Cold Black was season two, but it's not. It's a separate series, and then the original first season got a second season. So Cold Black is way darker. It's essentially what they tell you what your body does, your bodily functions that happen when you do have unhealthy habits like um smoking, like nicotine addiction, shit like that. Alcohol problems. Next episode is going to be about like like sexual reproduction and STDs and shit like that, like how your
The
body
Magic
responds
Johnson
to that.
episode.
Like, and the way they tell it in Cold Black, like it's dark as shit. Like, if me watching, I'm already a non-smoker. I cannot fuck with that shit. My respiratory system is not able to handle that, so I fucking hate that shit. But when I watched the episode, it was like a reconfirmation because it's like a lot of shit that your red blood cells do, like your liver or your liver functions and shit like that. That shit gets fucked up if you are like doing unhealthy amounts of that, and it could lead to some bad disease later on in life. So like I was like, this episode made me go like, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna smoke now. I'm I'm already not gonna do it, but now you convinced me even more so. I don't drink a lot, so like the episode after that to do about alcoholism, like I know how like when to stop drinking. I don't like to do a lot of heavy drinking. And then like STD shit. I ain't Magic Johnson. It's very informational. The second season of Sales at Work had more so to do with like your palate functions, like when you get scars, and second episode. I think it has something to do with, like uh it had something to do with like a infection, I believe. I have to watch it to see. But yeah, shout out to Sales at Work for continuing the series. I'm definitely looking forward to when we eventually get to the coronavirus shit. I feel like that shit's gonna be really dope the way they portray and handle it. Um, so definitely looking forward to that. And just Sales at Work is just doing great things. Also, I recommend people who are into Sales at Work to look up this guy called Dr. Hope Sick Notes on YouTube. He's a doctor. He's like a real doctor that actually um he reviewed each episode of the first season of Sales at Work and gave it from a perspective of a real life doctor and kind of added some bits and details about like more advanced stuff about what your body does in situations that Sales at Work cover. It's really cool, really informational, and really dope. So shout out to that. And you learn something new every day. Anime can teach you something. Uh, and then for playing, so I've been playing mainly two things. Talk about the first one really quick. Fucking tacos. Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. This is a game made by Falcom, same people who did the Trails of Cold Steel game. I decided to play it because it's been on my back burner for a while, and I don't want to get too deep into Trails of the Beginning as of yet. So I just wanted to finish that game first. I'll say like this: my thoughts on the game. If I didn't play Trails of Cold Steel, I probably would have dropped Tokyo Xanadu. That game is peak. The game's story, there's a mystery element that I like, but aside from that mystery element, everything else about that game is like peak mid, like hella super fucking mid. The only thing that's carrying that game for me is the mystery about. So essentially, the game is about like there's this interdimensional place called the Eclipse, and essentially it appears at random. It triggered like a cataclysmic event in Tokyo that like it was a huge earthquake, people died, and as a result, these gates popped up that led into the world. So the main character and his party are basically tasked with going into those gates, clearing out the area, and then it'll disappear and kind of make the area safe. Cool. That I'm interested in because that's pretty dope. And the gameplay is really good. It's like an action RPG that has a lot of unique elements attached to it, which I like. Characters, character is they're archetype, they're stereotypes of stereotypes, and the story aside from the Eclipse shit is like mid to below average. Like to me, like if I were to give this game a rating, it'd be a 5 out of 10, average. Would I recommend you get it? No. I'd rather you get the trails. I'd rather you get Trails of Cold Steel and play that than this game. The main character now, y'all know on the podcast, I have a main character bias. It's really hard for me to hate the main character because when it comes to game story, like if I don't like the main character, what the fuck is the point of watching this? It's this nigga's journey. The main character in that game, I like him because of the main character bias. If I didn't have that bias, he'd be a complete trash can of a character. He's like shonen is all fuck, nothing unique about him, and he's a bland, boring piece of shit. So, like all in all, like I'm glad I got into the Trails of Cold Steel game first because I would have definitely dropped it, and I caught the game on the sale too, so I'm not too pissed off. But yeah, that's it for that. And then Dragon Ball Fighters recently came out with Super Baby 2. And to give some impressions on him, I like him. I love him a lot. That nigga is disrespectful. Honestly, he feels like a villain. Like when I play Super Baby 2, I feel like an asshole. He just does so many shit that confuses the fuck out of the enemy. He's the only character in the game that has this unique counter, this unique mechanic where if his key blast misses, it goes off screen and then it pops back up and it appears at the backside of your opponent. So you can do some crazy mix up shit with Super Baby 2. He's
that sounds annoying.
Yes. He's like king of neutral. Like you can do some nasty mix ups. You can do some real his loops are fun as hell to do. Like he's just amazing game. And he can turn into a giant fucking monkey, dude. Like the shit's pretty fucking epic. He essentially has three level threes. He has the Revenge Death Ball. He has the giant ape transformation. There's two parts to it. So if you have all allies, he kind of does this barrage of punches. But if you lose an ally, or I think if you just lose one ally, he does the Super Gallic gun. So really cool character. I recommend you get him. I didn't really talk much about Master Roshi when he came out, if y'all noticed that, because I didn't really play too much of him. About him, Master Roshi. I know Japan loves him, but fuck him. He's an old white man, so I don't give a shit about that.
Old perv.
He bitch ass nigga too. Yeah, he's a pedophile, so I don't care about Master Roshi. But yeah, Super Baby 2 is awesome. Get him. And I'm looking forward to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I can't wait for that nigga to drop so that I can have a full GT team of Toxic Kid Goku, Toxic Super Baby 2, and I know for sure Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will be toxic. So I'm running Team Toxic GT because GT is still my favorite series out of the entire Dragon Ball series. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, and I'm gonna go online and beat niggas' asses. Got beat by a superior series. That's it.
All right, cool.
I like when folks hop on his shoulder. That shit look cold.
Oh yeah.
You can't raise your volume just a little bit. A little low.
You talking about the ending screens?
Yes, that shit looks cold. I actually watched the compilation of that shit on YouTube. I didn't care for the talk back he was talking to the niggas he beat. I just wanted to keep seeing him walking on the shoulder and do like that. That shit. Me a Buddha Cat Tenkaichi fucking too.
That's a vibe. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get into our deep watches for the deep watches and readings for the week.
Let's start with reading because I don't think we have too much of that, right?
Yeah, so it's just One Piece and My Hero. Did you guys read the My Hero chapter today?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Daytra just listening, so it don't matter. But My Hero was actually, I really enjoyed this chapter. I didn't expect the prison break to happen immediately. Like it was like as if my man's one for all or all for one, whatever, sat there and said, I still have Shigaraki's body under my control. I'm about to break these niggas out of jail real quick. And he literally went in that prison, caused hell, and made them niggas look worse. If you thought the Capitol had weak security, if a prison that is in the middle of an ocean called Tartarus makes that shit look like a goddamn convenience store. How they just walked in there, took niggas out, even though I don't really care about some of the villains they took out. He unleashed Brock Lesnar folks and the nigga that ate people, and I think Stain appeared.
Overhaul was there too.
Yeah.
Oh, Overhaul. So even then, I'm like, if I'm Overhaul, I'm like, nigga, why the fuck I want to help you niggas? You took my hands.
Hey,
Hey,
he didn't die.
Overhaul.
Nope,
He didn't die.
Yeah, I thought he died
They
too.
just took his
when I read the
hands.
chapter.
They took his arm.
They
That's
took
it.
his hands.
So that we gotta take that Shigaraki highlight tape.
Yeah, so
Hey, you didn't finish the
Saying folks died for nothing. Days go past, you realize saying folks died for nothing.
he really did it. Sandman died for nothing, G. But yeah, so and then it's also showing they showed some woman that looked like she was with the villains that was like a double, like that was a guard that worked for the villain. So the moral of this chapter was one for all or all for one, whatever the fuck his name is out of jail, is out of there, and he's free. And the heroes got to hold that.
You're my nigga,
So-
all for one.
Yeah. So I don't know what's next, but the villains is up 3-0 right now, and it's not looking good for the heroes at all. Y'all thoughts on the chapter?
So me and DC talked a little bit about this chapter. My biggest gripe with this chapter, I sort of fucking God, I hate every time a prison arc does this or prison break arc happens, is that they do this big exposition dump about this is a maximum security prison. Everybody goes in, but no one goes out. And if you go in, you're gonna die. We got top of the line security. We're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Our security is fucking top notch, nigga. And then one emo edgy ass nigga with a hand on his face breaks the shit. Like, stop doing that shit. Shit's cliche. It's dumb. I don't need it. You don't need to explain to me that your prison facility has top of the state of the art security, because we already know that shit finna get broken into. Move on with that shit. Other than that, I'm glad that he was able to wrap this prison break shit in one chapter.
Me too.
There wasn't an entire arc dedicated to this. I don't care, to be honest. All for one is free. Cool. Let's move on to the aftermath. How the heroes are gonna handle the situation. What the fuck the school is going to do? Like, is Deku gonna be like, "Hey, peace out. I'm finna train out this bitch. Fuck school." Or are they gonna do some same shit like me and DC talk about, like they will have like a prom school arc?
Yeah, don't do
Bro,
that.
if these niggas have a prom after everything that happened, I will be pissed.
No, we were saying this would be for the shippers, right? So
Oh,
like, cause you know niggas are shipping people, so like it'd be like an arc of like misunderstandings and people getting jealous and mad at each other because they're not asking them to go like that. But I don't know. But other than that, I think I like the chapter. Shout out to my nigga Overhaul. I still fuck with him. Even though he got his
he got no hands.
Muscle folks, I do. Me and DC talk about this. Well, we don't fuck that nigga. You got
What can he do?
You got your ass kicked by like below 5% Deku, dude.
Got
gotta
you
hold
up
that
out of
shit.
there, bro.
He soloed you, bro. Like you're not a threat to me. And then Stain,
Yeah,
you
We
couldn't
dedicated an
handle,
episode to that.
you couldn't handle. I'm still in training, Deku. I'm still in training, Todoroki and Ida. You couldn't handle them.
yeah.
Now this nigga has quirk beyond quirks, and Todoroki has both his ice and fire powers. No threat. So, that's really it. My thoughts on the chapter. I'll let DC cook. Chapter for my hero.
Yeah, I'll stay on that topic with the muscular and Stain stuff. I agree with Kim. I don't see how they're a threat at all, because current Deku is better than a lot of the pro heroes. So unless your name is Shigaraki or Dabi, I don't see you touching Deku right now. But I will say that if Overhaul updates their quirks, like how he update everybody else, then that'd be kind of cold, and I'd be interested in that. and I'm interested in that female chick. I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
Did you say who it was, Chris? Or
They didn't really give her a name, but like she clearly was with the villains.
okay,
Yeah, like she was like
I
an
don't know who
undercover
she-
guard or something.
Yeah,
The fan base likes her because she has titties. So.
you know how that is.
Let me know what your quirk is, shorty, but and your age, because if
Yeah.
you 15 or whatever,
Let's see that quirk, man. Let's see what that quirk do.
With that quirk, dude.
I'm trying to see how that quirk work.
I bet it's trash.
Trying to make your quirk.
Quirk squirt.
Look, G, that's gonna be the. Oh my god, bro, yo. Matter of fact, her quirk is gonna be water related. G, I'm saying it now.
Probably.
It's gonna be water related because you gotta remember Tartarus was in the middle of water. How do you
They
infiltrate a
fucking-
place
fucking-
there's nothing but
They set
water?
it up.
Her quirk name is Squirt, dude.
Top 5, top 3. But
Last time we seen somebody quirk water related though, Deku had to cry and beat up the final boss.
Who was that?
That
my
little kid
yeah.
with his badass parents.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those useless niggas. Yeah.
Put them niggas in the dirt.
Pack
Niggas
them
gar-
niggas.
And they lost against Muscular, dog. Like, your parents was fucking bottom of the barrel useless, G.
Trash.
First quirk was a real time disease, bro. He had a muscular deficiency, G.
Yeah, elephantitis.
Like
Whole
G,
body.
like to me, like in terms of the villains that got freed, like the only one I know who would probably help the villains outright is Muscular, because he probably wants his revenge against Deku. He's still gonna get packed up. Stain makes no sense based off his character, like just how his character is. He
I
really
don't see-
barely
I don't
rocked
see
with
him
Shigaraki
align
then.
himself with Shigaraki.
Yeah, he
He's not
didn't. He
dealing-
barely
Oh.
did it then.
Oh,
and-
he might come back then if that's the case. Like, because
Yeah.
if Hero Society is in shambles and no one cares about heroes, then he's like, okay, Deku, let me help.
Now
out.
you need a hero.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Exactly, because he came off as I choose who the heroes were. So, and then Overhaul is like, nigga, these niggas took my hands.
What do you want me to do?
You niggas took my hands. Why am I about to help you niggas? Do my own thing.
But overall, I will say, like, I don't want him to go back to any school-related stuff. There's two types of Horikoshis. There's the shipper Horikoshi, where he's doing this high school crap, and then there's I'm in my bag, I'm writing villains, I'm writing about Hero Society works. I want that Horikoshi from now on. I don't want to go back to... If we go like, we're going to have end of the semester festival, or...
Oh my god. You gotta make Momo smile because Midnight died.
Yeah, Momo can't be class president, so Deku's gonna step up and he's gonna try to mend everybody's relationships. He's gonna do therapy sessions. They're gonna hold hands and cry together. I don't want to see that. I don't care about it. I mean, it's cool that he's writing for those people, but it's getting really, really weird. So please give us a time skip and keep writing like this so we can weed
Just
out
make
those
these kids
weirdos.
legal age, please.
Please.
So we don't have
A
to
part
just-
of me feel like we might not get a time skip.
Where the story is just them as
Yeah.
kids.
Like I don't. If we do, it's probably gonna be like no more than a year or two.
Just time skip to their seniors in high school. Then they're 18. It's still within their high school years.
Yeah, and they're still in
adults.
school. So that they be
Just
doing
make them legal, bro. I'm tired of seeing some weirdo shit on Twitter and
freaky
Reddit and shit. Like
bro.
y'all some fucking weirdos.
I
dude.
agree. So,
Just
but
let it go.
Time to stop.
yeah. But one thing I did like about the end of the chapter, just to wrap this up, I liked how it did the parallel between Deku and Shigaraki, where it said where All For One told Shigaraki you're going to be the next Demon Lord. I was like, oh, okay, and literally said this is when I started leading up to being the next Demon Lord. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah.
think that. That's cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So
Edgy
that
as
was
hell, though.
a neat little
Lord.
you did.
You can say villain, world's greatest villain. You have to be demon lord.
Yeah, that's why I was like, and this is the Shonen Jump translation. I was like, okay, like
Edgy as
aight.
hell, but I'm with it.
Very, but man's got a hand on his face, so edgy. One Piece, DC, I'll let you lead that convo.
I mean, it's pretty much the fight. So, okay, all right. So we start off. Okay, so actually, can we just like say how we feel because it's pretty much like
This is
cut
very
and dry.
straight.
There's not much
It
to
is
go
a
through.
straightforward ass chapter.
Yeah,
This is gonna be more so the ZKK slander that you get into.
I'm gonna let bars off, but I'm gonna just have my little hockey talk. This chapter confirmed the thing that I said last time whenever I was on the pod, where I said the hockey that Luffy learned is not the same hockey that the samurais use.
Yep.
It's not the same hockey that Zoro learned. I went back and read the chapter where they explain, like when Hyogoro explain what they do. Ryo is the hockey that they use in Wano, where they flow their hockey into their blade. That could also be used as a barrier around their whatever hand, like the barrier hockey that Sentomaru uses in the Boa Sisters. That's what samurais use. So what Zoro learned is that barrier, or like I could cut or allow things to go through and increase my damage. What Luffy learned, Hyogoro specifically said, is a step beyond me that I don't know. And that's the Rayleigh hockey, that's the Sabo hockey, that's the hockey that Shanks apparently, whatever the silhouettes, everybody in that silhouette's confirmed to have that hockey. So Zoro does not have the hockey beam thing that Rayleigh was teaching and Sabo had. It's been confirmed, so just calm down. But I'll let y'all say y'all think before I go on my BKK.
You go
I'll
ahead,
give my
Karen.
thoughts on it. I wrote about it on Twitter, so check it out, viewers. And but yeah, I feel like, and honestly, I don't know if y'all agree with me. I feel like this should have been chapter 1000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, to me, this is way more hype than like this chapter 990. Like, if chapter 1000 was 999, that would have been a perfect lead up. And then chapter 1000 is just a clash. And to me, that's like way more hype. You got a lot of good callbacks. You got like a lot of good combo attacks. You see, we probably won't get into it, but I'm gonna let the kid Chopper slander reign. That nigga sucks. Fucking ass. Kid is trash. He's garbage tier. I don't care what anybody says. That nigga does not know how to use his powers. He is the green. He is the Green Lantern of the One Piece universe. Like, this nigga has the power of magnetism. Like, you could do some cool shit with like the iron in your blood to like pump yourself up, like enhance your abilities. Iron in other people's bloods to manipulate them, like a puppet match. Shit. Cool shit like that. What does this nigga do? I got a big arm. I'm gonna make a giant robot to crush Kaido. Goofy ass nigga, bro. Like, this, bro, kid is utter garbage, G. I'm sorry, G. Like, he ain't no monster, G. When Kaido said, man, y'all some monsters, he's talking about Law and Luffy. That's it. This nigga kid is, man, like, you have, and then for those who go, oh, but kid's an idiot. Luffy's a fucking idiot. And he took the powers of rubber and did shit that I wouldn't imagine is possible with rubber powers. There's no excuse for it. Absolutely zero. So yeah, that's my kid slander. The nigga's garbage. I'm glad Shanks took his. Other than that, I don't care about Killer. And for people going like the whole thing, like the Kaido neck injury thing, y'all, oh boy, y'all blowing that shit way out of proportion. And nigga Kaido ate that shit. He was like,
and kept talking. He kept talking.
He's like, as expected. And so it's like, I gotta use Enma to be stronger. Head ass. But he also sliced the fireball in half. And a lot of y'all are overhyping that achievement.
Like, gee, the Scabbards did that.
Yeah.
The Scabbards did that.
Solo Dolo, Brook did that by himself in Whole Cake.
Yep.
Nami stole Zeus. So what did that mean? She's upper tier, as far as like the super. Oh, y'all taking this shit way too. Y'all overthinking shit. G. It's okay. Zoro is not like niggas saying Zoro's on. I'm gonna let DC handle it, but like niggas is saying that Zoro's over Luffy.
I saw them screenshots that I put in the.
I want to live in whatever world y'all in. This nigga can do no wrong. But other than that, I just kind of like the little banter that Law Luffy did have. Like, I'm gonna do this. And like I like the banter that Law had with Luffy, where he was like, I was gonna transport them anyway. But now that you said that, they gonna think I'm your bitch or something, G.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that a lot. And you just need to come over to the Straw Hats, G. Your pirate crew sucks.
They said Law's pirate crew was nurses. G, I cried.
That killed me.
I cried.
That killed me, bro.
Nigga Beppo and those other two niggas, G,
No.
them niggas is garbage.
They
G.
said that nigga had a crew of nurses, bro. I never laughed so hard in my life at some One Piece shit, G.
Bro, that shit
But-
funny as
Forever
hell.
fun.
But yeah, this was a great action-packed episode, man. And like, I really feel like chapter, not episode. I really feel like it should have way more hype. So yeah, solid. I give it. I don't really rate chapters, but I'm rating it because I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Taking 2 points off the Zoro. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that fan base.
For me, I really genuinely, and this was a really fun chapter. Like I haven't had this fun reading a chapter in a minute, and I just hope that I highly doubt it, especially since we're going on break. That means some shit's about to happen, or is really about to be super dialogue heavy. Or we're getting a flashback, knowing Oda. So
Yeah.
who knows where this is about to go since we're going on break. But like you guys said, the Zoro shit was super overhyped. I did like the banter between Kid, Law, and Luffy. It's hilarious because they really genuinely want to one up each other, but it's like, hey, we still gotta get these niggas up out of here. So it's just funny, especially when they did the mean face when Kaido threw the attack at him. Was like, which one of us is gonna move first?
Oh, yeah, trying to play freaking chicken.
He was
with
like,
that
first
shit.
one to get hit is a small fry.
It was like, gee, what the hell? So I was like, gee, y'all still being funny as hell while in the midst of a very serious battle. I like the fact that I told DC this, like when Luffy used the observation hockey to see the future, and he still to dodge Kaido's attack, and Kaido still hit him.
The template attack.
You said what? Oh yeah, the
template
attack. He's like, hold on, let me copy paste. All right, there we go. Cool. Like I like how Kaido was legit giving Luffy respect. He's like, oh, you getting better, man. And also
beat
when
your ass.
yeah, I'm still gonna beat your ass, but you get in there, and that's the dope part about Luffy. The longer he fights you, the more likely you're gonna lose. Like, it was one thing you're not about to do is out endure Luffy. It's just part of the experience of fighting that man. So
you got a little bit of this guy in him, folks, right there.
that guy too. He's up there too.
I'm just pissed off
Oh
about
yeah, he just said, "Oh, that
you just pissed off a bunch of One Piece fans. How dare you compare One Piece to that shit tier anime Dragon Ball?
Oh, you just reminded me what I was going to say earlier.
But when Luffy did the little hockey attack, and Kaido was like, damn, and then he saw he saw other people. That confirmed to me Luffy's that nigga, G. That confirmed. He was like, damn, that shit hurt. Nigga saw Whitebeard. Who's all in that panel? DC was Whitebeard,
Shanks, Odin, and Dragon.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
That was Rocks.
Oh no, Rock.
The Rock.
Oh, that was Rock. I thought that was Dragon.
People thought that it was Dragon, but it's Rocks.
Yeah,
it's saying he has dreads while Dragon has like spiky hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Kaido knows like
Rocks?
He's the
That's captain
that's
of
nigga pirate that reminds people of Luffy, like everybody else.
Pretty much. But and plus he's about to get he's probably gonna get a crazy ass freaking flashback, so that might be the next chapter, by the way. But when Kaido said, that to me confirmed like you niggas who power scale. Kaido just said Luffy's on par with them.
He didn't say that to Zoro.
He didn't. That nigga literally said that nigga literally got a cut right here and said,
that's cool.
All right, let me keep talking. Like, how you get cut in the throat and keep talking? You punch me in the throat, I'm not talking. Kaido said, all right, that's cute. That's real cute, man. So I just need you people to understand, Zoro fans, your man's is fodder. It's okay. Now, he made
material.
Like him and Killer job is honestly to keep Big Mom away from the fight with the 3 other niggas and Kaido.
That's facts.
Like that's their job.
Be like,
and even then, Big Mom is probably gonna whoop their ass. But still, they are there to literally keep Big Mom busy. Now, and when I say busy, I don't mean fuck her and give her other kids. I mean busy in terms of literally keeping her away from the real fight. And that's cool. It's fine. Now, I'm gonna really be mad when Toei animates it and they show more Kaido neck bleeding out and shit.
Yeah.
But we know how Toei gets down, G, because they love that nigga Zoro. But it's cool. But overall, I love the chapter. It was a really fun chapter. It's good to see that we're finally close to the climax of Wano, it seems like. So I'm interested to see where things go from here. So DC, I'm gonna let you get your bars off, G.
I love the chapter as well. Now I'm about to slander the fuck out of Zoro right now, but I'll give him his props. Y'all made him feel a little bit, but the scabbards are still above y'all niggas because they stabbed him before they even got up on the roof. Kiku stabbed his hand. What's his name? Kawamatsu cut his mouth. Kinemon cut his mouth. Denjiro stabbed him multiple times. Like,
question for you, One Piece niggas. Pop up brain. Why is people power scaling off of stabbing Kaido if he immortal? They don't do shit.
Because Zoro.
So we power scale because anybody can come, nigga. I can get a paper cut, they ain't gonna injure me. Man, I ain't nail. I ain't off the paint. Oh, that's ass. That's a Goku D, my nigga. You see that right there? You can rip it. Still there.
hey, speaking of Dragon Ball,
niggas ain't that all over yet, man. We Dragon Ball power scaling. We got numbers in this shit. We got math.
Dragon Ball power scaling is more clear than One Piece power scaling. That's fact. But I put a video in the chat that everybody that says that Zoro's killing Kaido, if Zoro kills Kaido, he's the equivalent of Vegeta killing Raccoon and Birder after Goku whooped their ass.
Damn.
Because that's literally what y'all want. That you want that. That's what you're gonna get if that happens. That's Zoro. He literally picking up the scraps after Luffy. You really want that. That's the pinnacle of his character. And by all means, he could be the Vegeta Luffy, but it's the Vegeta. He's not Goku. He's not the Zoro. Will never be the main guy. Get that through your head. You're not reading Samurai Piece. You're not reading Swordsman, finding the swordsman, world's strongest swordsman. This is not a sword manga. So just get that through your head so you won't disappoint yourself. But the chapter was great. I'll say in terms of the Rio stuff, everything makes sense now. So I'm glad. I was scared for a while. Chris knows. I was texting him like, "Hey, if Zoro does something for no reason, I'm gonna be pissed off." But my power scaling stayed intact because it's factual. The rock stuff, I'm seeing his silhouette makes it really interesting because there were some people that didn't think Rocks was that big of a threat, but the fact that he's amongst those silhouettes basically confirms that whenever we get that flashback is going to be God tier. Everybody that was doubting Whitebeard, hold that fucking L because you can see no admirals behind in that silhouette. You can see Garp, Akainu, none of them
disrespect.
Will stop disrespecting him. He up there, top 5. Dead or alive, confirmed by Kaido. So it's this chapter, revitalized, my love for the series. But y'all Zoro niggas, man, just hold that. Literally, I think this one dude said that if you look at the actual panel, that Killer was the one that did the decapitating move with the neck thing. Yeah. So Zoro didn't even cut Kaido's neck. You didn't even do anything. And you put the bandana on. And everybody told me that when you put the bandana on, you kill him. You finish the job. Finish the job. Y'all trash Sanji because he can't finish the job. Why is Zoro not finishing the job right now? Waiting for it. But I'm excited. But I will say, I told Chris this though. At the beginning of the arc, they said there's going to be 9 shadows that defeat the villain. There's only 5 of them up there, so that means we have 4 people that's coming up. So that's like Yamato.
One of them, G.
Sanji's definitely one of them. Jinbei probably. I don't know about the other 2. Chris said Marco and who else? Drake, X-Drake.
Maybe Yamato.
Yeah.
Oh, Yamato.
So, yeah, Yamato. So I'm excited for who the other people are coming up because once those other people come up, I think it will be even because then because like Zoro and Killer is not enough to hold off Big Mom.
Big Mom.
Jinbei proved himself that he can hold off Big Mom. Sanji and Luffy, they block Big Mom's attacks. So Sanji and Jinbei would do a good job in helping stave off Big Mom. So I'm just excited for more people to come up and fight. I love the little line where Kaido said that whoever wins gets a closer step in becoming a Pirate King.
Yeah.
And I hope y'all peep. Kaido said that if I win, I take your crew. And I think that's important. I don't know what that's going to lead into for his backstory. Maybe how Kaido got onto rocks. He was stolen from another crew, or that's how they all came together. But that was really interesting to me. I want to see more of how Kaido views a crew, how he views the crew dynamic, because he obviously has like a weird mentality when it comes to strength. Because when Jack lost, he didn't berate him. He said, "You're strong. I handpicked you, so just go and rest." So he has this weird like, if I respect you, I consider you close to me. So the fact that he wants Luffy's crew just showcases how cold the Straw Hats are. I know he doesn't want Law's crew because he thinks his ass, and Kid's crew is ass too. Like Killer's the only saving grace for Kid, and even that they didn't do. But the last thing I'll say is I agree with Cam with the Kid stuff. I expected Kid to actually do something cool with his metal fruit or magnetism fruit. Was it Iron Pirate Frankie is more intimidating than whatever the hell Kid just did on that roof. Replace Kid with Frankie, it would be more intimidating. That panel I would get the same feel out of that panel. It's just you make a little floating. You look like Dr. Eggman, nigga. You floating.
Dog. Yo, that might be the name of the episode.
If he's just floating around, and he said he doesn't even have Rio. He's like, oh, that hockey. Well,
I don't have that hockey, but I'm gonna squish you to death.
I'm gonna compress you. Stupid, what? Like, you saw him fall from like Sky Island and no scratches. He just said he had a headache. What makes you think you're gonna crush him and do significant damage? And if that's the case, why didn't you do that the first time? It's stupid. So that's it for me. It is. I defended you. I fucking defended you, and you let me down. It just pisses me off. So that's it for me, man. It's forever now. If it goes Luffy, Law, I'll put Killer above you right now. That's what I'm at. Right
nigga.
I put the Killer above you. And that's that Killer, then Kid, and then Zoro. That's it.
Hate to see it. Really hate to see it.
All right, so what's next, Chris?
So we got the chapters out the way. Let's go ahead and knock the One Piece episode out. So, last week, well, I'll let you guys talk about that. I'll let you guys handle that.
Yeah, so last week was the Shichibukai Excommunicado episode.
Yeah.
Essentially, we got that massive kind of story, not exposition, but just story shit about like how the royals, the kingdoms met, and they're like, "What the fuck is the point of the Shichibukai system? These niggas aren't supposed to protect us, but like they use crocodile and Doflamingo, like these niggas low key fucking us up. They're supposed to be protecting us. So we reached the consensus that like, yo, get these niggas up out of here." So we got the lead in. So we got some stuff with about Kobe and next Drake about like the sword shit. Out of this, so listen, bro. Kobe is my nigga. Fuck with Kobe. I fuck with his growth. That nigga is not finna beat Boa Hancock. If he does beat Boa Hancock, I'm dropping one.
I would literally I'm going to Japan and whooping Otis' ass.
That is ass if he beats.
I am beating his ass.
This nigga has shown nothing, absolutely nothing, as far as growth or strength to be on the level of a Shichibukai, let alone baby girl Boa Hancock. The fuck out of here with that shit. R.I.P. them niggas who got sent to Mihawk. Some of them was their first day. Some of them got like 2 more days left to their retirement. That nigga sent you off, bro, to go into that island. ship cutter Mihawk G. Like this nigga said, "Oh, it's been a while since I've been hunted."
Exactly. He's
Grabbing
like,
his sword,
shit,
ready
let's
to go.
go.
Yeah, hey, it's time. Like nigga, Boa did the same thing. If these niggas, you are about to invade their island, and they're taking the time to sit on their thrones, and they not pressed, G. Y'all not doing shit, G.
Wrap it up.
And L. But the animation of this episode is the fucking highlight. It was absolutely amazing. The transitions to where they were showing the all the Shishibukai, Doflamingo, and oh my god, bro, that to me
Doflamingo was a
that's the
highlight,
best
yeah.
part. The Doflamingo transition to him with his family, and then they show his glasses crack, and they show the straw hats right there, and then they cut to Law doing the room thing. All that stuff, the transition was so good, and it's like it's funny though because a lot of the top tier animation of One Piece episodes don't even involve action. It was like the last time we got something like that was Whole Cake Island when the freaking Germa 66 they did the transformation shit.
Oh yeah, they went in on that
With now
episode.
Tochi and shit. Like that shit was amazing. So I'm gonna let DC cook, but I really enjoyed this. We've already read it, so like we've already given our thoughts about like
Yeah.
how we felt about it. Like as far as the aesthetics look, this is the type of shit that I want to see when I go like why should I watch the anime if I've already read it in the manga? That's the reason why this episode is the reason.
Yeah, shout out to Megumi Ishitani. You inspired me. That is probably the best like direction because it's not even just the overall animation. It was the direction. Like it was fluid. Because usually One Piece, I love One Piece episodes, but you usually have the recap, which is like 4 or 5 minutes, and you have the opening, and then you got like initial like recuts and reusing scenes and shit. None of that in this episode.
Yep.
It's pure new animation, beautiful OSTs, songs, the hues. It was just beautiful. They need to keep her directing. Whenever the chapter we were on today, I want her to direct today's chapter. Whenever they get to it in anime, because she is amazing. Wano as a whole has been amazing. I watched the episode that came out this week too. They brought up one thing that's new, and the anime's low key been hinting at things that's gonna happen in the manga. The SSG. Remember when they brought up where they abolished the warlords and they're replacing them with SSG?
Yeah.
They said that the acronym for it is Special Science Group. So now people aren't thinking that it's an organization or a weapon. Now people aren't thinking it's a weapon anymore. They think it's an organization. The main idea is that instead of 7 warlords, they're taking 7 Marines that we know and are modifying them. That's the current theory because it's a group rather than an actual device.
You think Germa has something to do with that?
They would have to, I would think. But they did say Vegapunk is like better than all the other scientists. So it would be cold if they are like the Germa and they have like exoskeletons and different. They have devil fruit powers, but they don't have devil fruits because that's what the Germa basically are. That'd be cold. But the main theory is that Smoker's got a power boost because he went to go see Vegapunk, and they think that he's a part of this new special science group. So that was a big thing that was brought up in the anime this week. It's not confirmed, but that's the big theory. I kind of believe in it because Smoker needs some, buffs if he's going to continue to stay in the story and be relevant. So, but overall, Megumi, you did an amazing job. You shitted on everybody in that department. They need to hire you as the official director. That would be it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to add. I really enjoyed the episode. Bo was on the episode, and I loved the episode, so that's all I need to say.
Sabo was too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sabo.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
This was allegedly.
They say he killed niggas. So
allegedly.
I hope he.
Like I said before, my stance, my absolute iron code still stands. If Sabo dies, I'm dropping one. Fuck where we at or when it's ending. If it's confirmed that something happens to Sabo and it's bad,
it's over. It's
what if he loses a limb? How would you feel?
He's still alive, so I'm fine with it. But if it's like they basically reskin the 8th death, but with Sabo, I'm dropping one.
I respect that. Yeah. That's trash.
Let's go ahead and do Attack on Titan so Day Truck can talk. So hey, I said Attack on Titan. So this is the episode of Attack on Titan. I think me and DC been hyping since they announced the final season.
This should have been the fucking last episode.
Once again, this is another example of last week's episode should have been this week's episode. And even then, on this week's episode, they said we still got to squeeze in some talking. Which they ain't shit. Geez, last week's episode,
bro.
Shit, we
that whole beginning cab ride, I was about to shoot myself in the face,
bro. Me and DC was watching it at the bro. DC heard me. I was like, "What the fuck? I don't care about this nigga, G. I don't care if he got a family. The fuck, this nigga white.
They
fuck
really,
out of it."
And then the significance of this nigga getting clapped. We didn't nothing because we just come up and he ate. We just come up and got muscle.
Let's move on, G.
Yo, my man's Aaron treated that nigga like a Dorito, bro.
He did.
Bitch ass nigga.
Like, come on. But this episode met the hype for me. It met the hype. Besides the map of CGI could have been way better. Ways better. But in terms of how I wanted this episode to be animated and see it and certain events happening, I was satisfied seeing the Survey Corps, because I ain't gonna call them corpses, because this time they were making niggas corpses. They wasn't the corpse this time. They're the Survey Corps. They legit earned their name on this episode. Them niggas pulled up with a passion and said, "We're gonna body you, nigga. And if you can't handle that, too damn bad. Because we're gonna kill everybody, whether it's kids, children, women, adults, old people, you gonna die.
I don't care about none of them niggas. Let's go.
You gonna die." The only person who cared was Mikasa. And it was mainly because Aaron killed kids. And that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, I'm not understanding her character because you was like DC
you're not going to understand her character for the rest of the season.
You was ready to kill niggas for Aaron's sake. Like
Exactly.
what the fuck going on?
I think what they're gonna do with her this final season is make her Aaron's conscious, make her Aaron's voice of reason, which
don't make no
I
sense.
still believe my theory of Mikasa is going to be the one to kill Aaron if Aaron dies. I believe it's either between her and Levi. I'm leaning more towards Mikasa because, poetic justice, I should say. But as Aaron, you can even see with the tone they had in this episode when it came to his character that he
did not give a fuck.
Alright, it's time to kill niggas, bro.
Literally, my man's transformed and said, "Who's ever under me is under me." It'd be that way sometimes.
This nigga was about to get fucking clobbered by the hammer, and he was just like,
"Okay, it's all part of the strategy." But the fight between the Founding Titan and Warhammer Titan was really fire, G. Really fire. I enjoyed that. I was happy to just see Gabby just hold that L, but I just want people to know, if you hate Gabby now,
DC told
within the next episode or 2, maybe 3, you're going to hate her. You're going to hate her. She's going to kill somebody that you love and adore.
So me and DC also talked about this, right? Where
Tasha, ain't she?
There was it was like one of those Sasha, that's the chick who ate the freaking potatoes.
Yeah, I think she killed Sasha. She killed Sasha, ain't she?
Did you see the close up?
I'm too mad if she killed Sasha, but she killed Sasha, ain't she, Chris? You can say it.
Yeah.
Why? She killed Sasha.
But here's the thing though, and this is why I totally see this is the equivalent of, if y'all remember that Halle Berry Catwoman movie, that trash ass movie. So you remember the part in that movie where
I don't
she's
remember
in this
nothing from
apartment
that movie.
building. I'm gonna lay it out for you. She's in this apartment building, right? And across from her, their neighbors are really loud. They're playing music. This is before she got her Catwoman powers. So then she's like, "You guys cut the music." What? They didn't pay her no mind, right? So essentially, that scene was setting up some good contrast. Because guess what happened when she got her Catwoman powers? Her neighbors coincidentally were throwing another party. So she opened up the window. She was like, "Y'all need to turn that music off." And with her newly found Catwoman power, she came in and she wrecked the party. And those directors must have been sitting at the table going like, "Oh, such genius writing. Oh my God, y'all never see anything like this." I'm thinking the same thing with the Attack on Titans director. They were like, dog, look, Sasha killed somebody that we don't care about, that we don't know about, that has relation to a character that I give two fucks about, right? How? Well, look at her face. You see that Sasha? Oh, and look, Gabby is looking at her like she's mad. Yeah. Can't wait to pick up that contrast because we're going to show the exact same panel, but this time Gabby's going to be the one to pull the trigger. You're not a good writer, dog. Like that's not that's not like who cares, dog. She killed somebody of no consequence.
Called that nigga Mister when he got clapped.
Exactly. He didn't have a name. He Mister.
And here's the
and
thing.
We're not talking Mister like in the hood when like, hey, there goes Mister. You know, no.
Just some random soldier nigga number 32, bro. Who cares? And here's the thing. Me and DC also talked about this. They're clearly trying to draw a contrast between Aaron and Gabby's character. She's female Aaron, right? Here's the difference, right? Aaron was innocent as fuck as a child. He didn't know anything about the walls. He didn't know anything. He just knew that Titans were bad, and he was living his life in this village. Gabby is a soldier. She's killed people. She knows about this war. You're surprised and you're shocked that people that you have been attacking and killing are now retaliating against you. That would be like Japan being surprised that the U.S. retaliated because of Pearl Harbor. Dumbass, of course we're gonna like you're in the middle of a fucking war. You attack them, they're gonna strike back. So your contrast fails. All I'm saying is, I'll wrap this up to say my thoughts on the episode. I'm glad Aaron is killing people because honestly, I told DC this. I don't care about anybody in that show. Like I'm watching Attack. Like I have no interest in what happens in Attack. It's more so I'm in a situation where I'm in too deep, right? Like I've already watched all the three. So like I don't care. I really don't care about the Eldians. I don't care about the Marlians. I don't care about this war. I just want to see Aaron fuck shit up. At this point, that's it. I have no attachment to anybody else. They could die, and I wouldn't give two shit. So, and also this episode CGI was a bit. I'm sorry, this shit was ass.
It was out of place. It was so out of place.
The way Aaron was moving and attacking the war tight, like this shit was so bad. And then like some of the scenes where the Survey Corps were like zipping and stuff like that with the CGI, it was bad, like really bad. Like you said, the fight was lit, Chris. I thought that fight was ass. I'm sorry.
Like when I say it was lit, I enjoyed really seeing it, but the animation itself,
the CGI was really bad. Like just go 2D, bro. I know you working on Jujutsu Kaisen. I know y'all niggas is pressed for time when it comes to these episodes, but like if you need to delay, because like that stuff was bad. But everything else I didn't really care about except Aaron killing. I give this episode an Aaron killing people out of 10.
You know, I really just want to ask people who create mangas and shit, not, you know, what animes in particular, like, what was your focus on doing this? What was your thought? All I was just ask them, like, yo, what is this thing with y'all and fucking CGI? Is y'all trying to see who can do it the best? Is y'all trying to see who finally gonna nail the shit? It ain't happening, yo. I don't think I still have came across in a situation where I'd be like, all right, that was
some good CGI
moment.
I think the Dragon Ball Super movie, I would say the Broly movie did it well. Like there was points it was CGI, but it was mixed in perfectly. But also the fact that it was a different budget.
But they had the budget for that.
Yeah, it's a different budget. That's a different budget.
This is a weekly episodic television show, yo. Like this ain't. Hold on, I gotta snipe something real quick. This ain't it. My thoughts on the episode, I thought it was cool. Talking too much of it. You can tell the Survey Corps is about that life now compared to when they were shorties.
They were in black.
Yeah, they were in black. Levi is still the coolest nigga in this show.
Oh God, bro.
When he came on, I said, bro, they ain't gonna count. I was like, that's that nigga Levi. Because Mikasa is my favorite character in Attack on Titan, right? And when I saw Levi, I literally said in the party, he go the coolest nigga in Attack on Titan, bro. The John Titan was like, yo, why I can't feel my body no more?
He said these are humans, bro. They're not
He said
supposed to
it
be
right
Titans. Nigga, Levi said, "Bitch, I don't care if you a Titan."
Even though it's about to be CGI as fuck, I can't wait to see the initial round two between Beast Titan and Levi that's about to come up. I know it's coming up. Please don't tell me if y'all niggas tell me they're not about to interact with each other, I swear to fucking God, bro.
I
think
DC. I think they
At the
did.
same place at the same time.
Oh, Chris,
I
he
don't
did
think it's
because remember
coming
he called
anytime
him out.
soon. I don't think. I think it's later, right? DC.
Because he shows up, like, because I was re-looking at the chapter because of something that happened earlier. Beast Titan shows up because I do remember he calls for Levi, so I think that they interact. I'm not. I might be.
It's not. It's not a huge rematch though. I know they. I think he does get a run back, but I don't think
We
it's.
do got to get.
Well, me and Chris know later on. Yeah, it won't be like the first interaction because of story reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, understandable. But like I was saying, cool episode. I enjoyed it. If next week is a bunch of fucking dialogue, no, I'm gonna keep it buck. This has been a mid-season so far. It's like the dialogue, dog, bro. You don't need it. This is your final fucking season. Balls to the wall, bro. I can deal with the thing with the dialogue, now, bro. I'm gonna keep it buck. The reason I'm so ticked off, because I binge watched Attack on Titan probably a year ago. It wasn't this much fucking talking, yo. And if it was, the next episode was heat. The only time you got that sense of, oh, it's too much talking was the fucking Historia shit and Rod Ware's Titan. But that was it, bro. Like, other than that, like season 2, season 3, that shit was fire, bro. So.
You don't want to find out more about the Eldians and Arlians?
No, because half all these niggas getting sent off by somebody. Somebody is sending these niggas off. I don't know who it is. The Elder God, Titan, Odin. Like, somebody sending these niggas off, bro.
I wish it was the Elder God.
Yes, it was.
But for me, I agree. I don't like the CGI at all. It looked like the Berserk remake. Because when I was watching, because Cam was talking about, he said, "What the heck was all this talking?" So I chime in at like 7 minutes in. Yeah. All I see is CGI, bro. That pissed me off because that armored, the Warhammer Titan. When me and Chris read that chapter, that was like the most hype thing. Because the way the fight was and how he drew it, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be cold in the anime. Y'all botched it, and that's like one of the only action scenes we're gonna get. I'm just gonna be honest. After this, political as fuck.
It's political around Aaron. It's the Aaron politics now.
There was chapters where we barely saw Aaron. I remember Chris.
Yeah, because they were talking about Aaron.
Hey, so if you don't like the talking, you gotta deal with it because it's here.
Because now
it can't be, bro. It can't be like that. G. It can't be.
I'm telling you, bro. Because it's going from the politics about the Marlian aliens is about to become politics around Aaron. That's literally what's about to happen.
The significance of Aaron.
So enjoy the next episode or two where there is some action because that is back to the politics of Aaron now.
Super politics, and that was the era where me and Chris was like, I don't know what's going on.
Everybody looks the same. Everybody looks the same, bro.
What happened, man? So I'm really disappointed because this was the one thing that I was looking forward to. So yeah, y'all gotta hold that. Unless they change, like they said they was gonna change, this season's supposed to veer off from the manga, then ignore what I said. Then I don't know what's about to happen. But it looks like they're going in the same direction. I don't see how things could play differently because all the, things are to be set up for what's going on right now. So yeah, and then the Gabby stuff, this was the main thing I was talking to Cam about. The Gabby stuff, where they prolonged that scene, that doesn't fix what happened with Sasha. It's still random because it makes no sense to me. And the fact that was actually canon pisses me off because I didn't remember her looking at Sasha, but apparently that was in the manga. That's how significant it was to me. So if y'all thinking that getting that little close up and her gritting her teeth and grabbing her gun is gonna make me, who is she gonna kill Sasha? Like, That's not gonna save it. It's still trash. I hate Gabby. I'll forever hate Gabby. She could die. I don't care if she's a kid. I'll forever hate Gabby. That's trash, and people are gonna be pissed off that what happens. And when you get super political, I'm expecting a whole wave of people slandering the show.
Oh man, some of that shit that Gabby was saying. Oh my god.
So I'm kind of pessimistic.
They go dedicate an episode to her or something?
No.
She said some
She just said some like, yeah, you were sheltered.
Because
like,
when we get back to the island and her little redemption shit, that don't hit. It don't hit at all. Don't. If you say it did, you're lying. You like little girls. That's why you said it. But, I mean, it was a good chapter, but I mean, an episode. But you let me down. You had the one like peak action scene. But the Mikasa and Levi stuff made me feel better because they was raw. So I give it like a 7.5. If it had no CGI, I would have gave it a 10. But CGI really took me out because I like that war type fight in the manga. It was cold as fuck.
It was a really good fight.
So yeah, that's it.
All right. Let's quickly go over the that volleyball anime Cam. All I'm gonna say is this. That nigga, the main character, I don't even remember his name no more.
Yeah, crazy thing is he has the same voice actor as Itadori. It's Gaiden.
Which is disrespectful. That's a real nigga. But bro, that main character nigga, I forgot his name right. I can't think of it right now. He a bitch. You choked. And you mad because your homie took over? It be that way. It really do. He had to carry you niggas. He was excited to say, oh, he was like, gee, we only got to win 3 games to make nationals. He carried you to 1 game, bro. You choked mid-match. Gotta hold that. You was a bitch. And I ain't mad at my mans for getting mad at you, G, because you was a bitch and I ain't. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, same thing. Like, I don't understand why you mad at another nigga for winning the game for you. Like, he won the game, and then it was like, yeah, we talk shit about him all night. What? Nigga, you suck. Like, hold that L, G. Like, what the fuck is you getting mad for? And then you go try to ditch the game? Oh, he was playing by himself. Yeah, because y'all suck. The fuck? And then he gonna have a nerve to cry at the end going like, well, I want to play volleyball with you. Some a snake ass nigga, bro. Like, I don't fuck with you. I have a main character bias and I don't like your ass no more. Like, at all. It's hard to do that. So yeah, G. I'm on the glasses dude side now as like the main character. Like, I'm fucking with him more than that main. Like, he need, bro. I need next episode. I need him to be like straight freaking like, yo, I'm sorry. Let me buy you some lunch. Redemption shit, G. His ass is grass.
I swear that buddy pissed me the fuck off. Skate. Now Skate was hard to watch because the Skate was just hard to watch because I don't know what the hell Funimation did wrong with the subtitles, and I thought it was because the app was tweaking, but it wasn't shit lined up.
Yeah.
So
it was only for that anime though.
Yeah, because like, okay, at least for me, on my TV, the app will tweak where sometimes the subtitles are a little behind or forward. I just turn it off, restart it, it works again. I think it was just this one episode where they just tweaked and hopefully get that fixed. But it was a good episode. What was my man's name? It's very easy to remember.
Reika is the dude, the red haired dude.
Yeah, Reika. Starts with
I don't know
what a Q. Anyway, snowboarding folks. I'm just gonna call dude snowboarding folks at the moment. It was just him learning how to do an ollie, and it was an informative episode because it gave a lot about the difference between snowboarding and skateboarding because the dude is coming from Canada learning how to skateboard. It was a really fun episode, really fun, funny as well, and just it gave a lot of nice little information about skateboarding. It was a really fun episode, and just the bond between the two main characters is growing as well.
Yes. Same thing. Yo, Nature, we can hear Byron and niggas on yo.
My bad.
But yeah, so I like the bond between the two main characters. Where it's Reika. I still hear it, Joe. It's distracting as hell.
Ah, there you go.
Too bad.
And so Reika and what's his name? Snowboarding folks. I like the dynamic because like they try to make the snowboarding dude like he comes across as being like serious, right? But he's really a goofball, and I like how Reika is just like a straight goofball. Shout out to the Rule 34 community. I'm already knowing y'all some those. I'm already knowing y'all shipping these niggas. Even nothing has come to that conclusion. Like they're just really good friends. But it is what it is. The other characters are really cool, like the pink haired dude and the freaking chef dude. They're pretty cool people. Yeah, the kind of the technique of like the ollie and shit. That's stuff I really care about because that's what I liked about IQ is that they went into a lot of detail about the volleyball shit. Like the reason why I like sales at work is because it's actually legitimately about like your bodily functions, and now in the skateboard anime, learning about technique, not anime shit like air gear and shit like that, but like actual like fucking like this is real world sports shit. The next episode looks like it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be like a skate battle, and like the animations have already been fluid and on point when it skate animation. So this is a really good pickup if you're interested in skates or need another sports anime. I'll definitely say like this is like leagues above the volleyball anime. No competition. That's it for me.
All right, and let's go over Horiyama. For one, I'm just gonna say this right now. Horiyama is leagues above par. Like I think it's the best anime in terms of like the original. Like well, not original, but yeah, original. Not let me use the right term. Like in terms of the new shit that's out. So like I'm not counting Black Clover. I'm not counting Jujutsu Kaisen, but Horiyama stands out really strong amongst the new anime this season. It's a nice little romance, and I could tell the numbers are co-signing because it's literally like top in terms of stuff that didn't get dropped or in terms of scores is getting on those anime sites. But I enjoyed this episode. It was a really really funny episode. I'm gonna say this: my man's Hori, what's dude's name? Shit.
Like him. Yeah, we suck at these names, right?
I swear,
call him
G.
the main male character.
The main. Hold on, shit, because it's important. Because he's in very important. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see.
It's like something Yama.
Miyamura. There we go. Miyamura. So my man's Miyamura. He's such a good friend, and he's also. I guess they're dating at this point. I don't know. But my man's is such a good friend, G, to Shorty. To the point where the mama was like, hey, I can't wait to meet this nigga. And to me, I relate to that because one of my strategies when it comes to these women, you have to get cool with the mama, G. I'm giving you guys free game real quick. You want to make sure you like stick around long term with some of these chicks, or you just want to stay on their mind, impress the mama. Gee, the mama was barely around the first episode, and she was like, "Oh, I can't wait to meet this nigga." But it was also funny because Shorty, what's her name? Make sure I get these names right. Hori didn't know Buddy's first name. I still missed what was Buddy's first name, which was hilarious as hell. But I really like dude. Like their relationship is really really fun. Honestly, but the main problem that they had to deal with on this episode was the fact that Hori was getting taken advantage of by the student council, and dude was just fed up. And this shows how he a real one. He told his the homie who.
Wait, the episode came out today?
No, it came out yesterday.
The first episode.
Second. Gee, I'm spoiling. Gee, shit, my fault. All right, you go ahead and talk about the first episode, Cam.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking
Gee,
about?
I thought you watched this week's episode too, G.
I didn't know. I thought it was Sunday for some reason.
No, it's Saturday. It's
I'll
a
watch it
Saturday
afterwards.
drop.
Um, so yeah, I really liked the first episode. I like the main character. Uh, his name Free
Mia Moore.
Mia Moore. I like how you he is. That's so to say. Like he's like the way they try to present him as like this super nerd, but like he's actually like a dumbass and has like piercings and shit like that. And it's not like for I guess it's not for an edgelord read. He said he did it just to do it. Um, and the relationship between the two um characters, I think it's solid. It's somewhat believable, like as far as like how they kind of met and the fact that they were drawn to each other because they kind of hid themselves. They hid their true selves, a lot, aka persona, from society, and that's how they kind of blended together. Um, freaking purple hair folks is a walking L. You gotta hold that. That shit was fucking hilarious. How even the he set him up too. He was like, yeah, go talk to bro. He got something to say to you. And bro, and yo, low key, purple hair folks is a fucking snake too. I ain't missed that because he tried to throw dude under the bus while confessing his love to her, and I found that funny that she was more pressed with the fact that like he was saying that like we don't really have anything in common, or I don't like see her like I don't we don't see each other as like romantic or anything like that. She was more impressed about that than the fact that she just got confessed to. She did not care about that nigga at all, bro. Like, buddy, hold that L. Oh, but yes, like I'm really liking this. From what Chris has been saying, I think I'm gonna like the second episode. Looking for, I'll watch that after the podcast next week. I guess I'll get my. But yeah, got that opening is like top one send off. I don't know why the fuck that opening is so damn depressing. Like this is a rom com, and that opening was like is this like a slice of life? Like what is this shit? Like
Unless it's
why is this
something
shit
we don't
so?
know.
Why is this shit so damn like? Gosh, like the whole and the thing is that's like the thing that like kind of breaks your immersion, so to speak, because it's like everything else after that is just funny. You have that moment that they have like after the confession, but everything after that is just comedy and rom com. I needed my fix because Tony Kyle was over. I need my romance fix, so I recommend as the romance stand of. I highly recommend. I think it's gonna don't take too shit. Don't take shit too seriously. High school. Be on the lookout for that. Watching y'all.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and hit ReZero real quick. I enjoyed this was a really good episode, especially the first half. Otto is officially my second favorite character now. Otto went from that nigga was royalty who could talk to animals, and it was cool. He made talking to animals seem cool. You know how I'm that's not to me one of the weakest powers you could ever have, but the fact
No
that he
white
could
had
talk to
that
animals,
power.
he made it seem cool. And then Muggs made him feel bad about and it pissed me off. It really did. Like, especially this, even though the animals are saying like, "Hey, bro, Shorty's sending everybody off," and my man's Otto was like, "Hey, use a thought, bitch." Animals told me, and they got mad. I'm like, bro, all right. And then Otto
Man,
say, "You
you
know what?
wild.
Fuck all of this. I'm about to be a Uber driver. You have to respect it, G. You have to respect my man. Say, fuck this. I'm about to just go out, be an Uber driver, and be happy, G. Let me go
And
travel the
you got
world.
and
Can't
you got
beat
caught
that.
up by crazy folks, G.
Exactly. And then proceeds to finesse Otto. I mean Garf again. Even though I was scared because I'm gonna say, yo, Garf went Tony the Tiger form, about to whoop this nigga's ass. And then Garf gotta
Inferior
hold it,
came in.
and then literally Ram came and sunk this
Inferior
nigga.
rim.
I was like, bro, you gotta hold that, G. And she said, I always whoop your ass. What the fuck you mean? This ain't nothing new. I was like, you gotta hold that, G. And then it goes to the Amelia Subaru shit. Simp Subaru in his bag. Look, I'm letting you guys know. The week of Valentine's Day episode, whatever that is. I am dropping the new revised simplest. I want you niggas to know the new revised simplest. I will like Subaru was on the verge of escaping the top 3. Subaru's back, just off this off this half of this episode. I never knew a nigga could literally do the shit that he said to a bitch. I'm gonna let Kim explain it because I know Kim's gonna explain it in a funnier way. But never did I think you can tell a bitch that she ain't shit, but I still love you, and still get a kiss.
My man's is on straight weird shit. Back the
Cam, you go
All
ahead, bro.
Okay. First half of this episode, fucking solid. I love Otto. Otto's character backstory. Freaking it carried this up. The reason why my name is this. This was 90% of the dialogue in the second half of the fucking episode. So until further notice, I used to respect this nigga Subaru, but his name shall now be Simperu, and until he gets back, gain back his crown. I wanted to skip that second half of the episode. That shit was so fucking terrible. Like borderline, like it's not even uncomfortable. It's just like, yo, shut up, bro. Like, why do you love me? Because I love you. Why do you love me? Because I love, like, literally, that's all you had. That I just gave you the second half of the episode. That was it. Why do you love me? Because I love you. Kiss the end. You move on. Now, for all my SJWs, all my feminists, I want y'all to listen to me when I say this shit, bro. This episode basically told us, the viewers watching, that if you keep pestering a woman and you keep telling her that I love you, I love you, I love you, and she's telling you, nigga, no, like, nah, bro, like, I'm good, G, I'm good. But you keep saying that I love you, while she's in her most vulnerable state, mentally, physically, emotionally, all that shit. But you just keep pestering her over and over again. Eventually, you'll be able to take advantage of that situation. You get a kiss. That's what this episode told us. That's what this nigga did. Bro, ain't nothing sweet about that shit. This nigga, like, and the thing is, you're telling me I didn't get a lick of character development from Amelia this episode. What we got last week, that was decent, right? Cool. This episode, this bitch was doing nothing but crying, G. Talking about, you betrayed me, you left me, why you love me? Like, bitch, shut your goofy ass up, bro. Like, nothing. This was an interaction between two poorly written characters, season 1, that came back. This was not second season Subaru. This was Simperu. This was first season Simperu. This was, I cannot wait to see how many times he got killed because he's a bitch Simperu. I have the respect is gone, G. Until further notice, G, he prime simp. This nigga making Kazuya look like a player. How the fuck you do that? Bro, this episode, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Why does it get 5? It gets 5 because of the auto shit. That's half. It did something half right. That second half, that talking, bro, this was like Attack on Titans. We talking about Eldians, we talking about Marlians. This is the government shit in ReZero. This shit that I don't care about. I don't care about Amelia. I don't care about Simperu's relationship. Move on. I'm way more interested in them getting the fuck out the forest than this nigga getting his dick wet. So yeah. You done fucked up. I don't know what the fuck. Like, grown men sat at a table and was like, this is it. That shit crazy to me. That shit crazy. Hilarious. That's it for me.
It's hilarious. All right, DC and Cam, I'll let y'all talk about WandaVision for a bit.
I mean, we made that trail.
How mad was y'all niggas?
Oh, y'all go ahead then.
Okay, I'll say this. This might be because I've been seeing the consensus of the internet. I'm okay with it. I don't think it's really good. I don't think it's really bad. I think it was all right. For what it presented itself to me, and for what, like, to be honest, I had like little expectations going. Like to me, when I saw WandaVision, let me put it in perspective, right? Because I know a lot of people I hate on it, right? I had no stock in Wanda and Vision. Like their relationship, their pairing. I had like little care about that. I still think the shit is creepy as fuck. To be honest, like this nigga is a whole robot and you a whole human. Like this nigga is technically like no more than like 2 years old, technically with the Age of Ultron. Shit. Like I don't know, and that's technically Tony's son too. So like it's just a lot of weird shit, right? So I didn't really have any like stock as far as like I need this show to be this or like I need to be able to see this. It's just more so like I'm paying $6.99 for Disney Plus. Finally, something comes out that at least has somewhat interest because it's Marvel and I'm an MCU boy. So I think it was cool. Like as somebody who kind of grew up um watching like the Dick Van Dyke shit and like Dick Van Dyke, I Dream of Jeannie, like those old like Me TV shit. I kind of liked the style that they went for. It vibed with me. I understood the references. I'm not. I definitely am this. I think I'm the intended audience for this show. I can understand why people don't like this show. I get it, but for me, it was okay. I the first episode, I liked what they were going for as far as like this. To me, this is a setup. This whole series is a setup horror film. Like that's what me and Detroit were theorizing. It's a setup horror film. It's a slow burner where it's like because we all know that the second Doctor Strange movie is going to be um a multiverse of madness, right? It is going to be about it's. They said it's going to be a horror movie that revolves around Scarlet Witch, which is her character. Now we also know that all of this is taking place inside of her head. None of this shit is real, right? So it's a slow burner. So because you see, they're dropping little hints of like what the fuck is going on. You saw that with first episode where the boss was choking, and old girl from that '70s show. Shout out to her. Shout out to her for looking. I don't know what she be doing, but she looks the same. Even though it's been years since that '70s show was filmed, she still
really
looks
old.
exactly the same. Shout out to her getting that bag, but like she was like, "Stop it, stop it, stop it!" Like that creepy shit, and they kind of like slowed down and zoomed in on Wanda, like how she's realizing it. Saw the scene in the second episode where they walk out the house after she actually gets pregnant for some reason. And then they see that little like that beekeeper thing, and then she goes like, "No, this is how I want to go," and it like rewinds, and it like she kind of makes it like her own reality. There's the scene that she has with the housewife where she gets stabbed, and then she's like, "Who are you?" And then the radio goes like, "Wanda, what are they doing to you, Wanda? What are they doing to you?" So like you're getting like little drops in between what they're what they're trying to do. Now, is the late 60s 70s show all that shit, is that annoying or is that boring? That's up to you. To me, like I said, I grew up watching a lot of Me TV shows like Dick Van Dyke's I Dream of all that shit. So it's like to me, I kind of found it, and it was the comedy kind of hit for me. Like the fact that they kind of used the old laugh track shit when they did stuff. That's a callback to that era of television. So I'm kind of like the perfect audience for it. Like I said, I'm not gonna defend this show. Like if you don't like it, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, fuck you, you better like this shit." Nah, nigga. Uh, it's not that deep. Oh, but I would give it like a solid like 7. So it's for what they're trying to do and what they're clearly trying to do with this show. I'm interested in it, especially with the connections that it's going to have later on to Doctor Strange. I like what they did. And I see somebody finding this boring, yes, but for what me and Daytrail experienced, I thought it was alright.
Yeah. For me, the show was decent. It wasn't something like, that hey, I'm about to watch this every week on phone them.
Right.
It was something like, hey, WandaVision on. It was cool. Um, I like the way they easing in the horror. I was telling at the camp, I love the ease into the horror, just not straight, not moments that make you be like, fuck. You know, that's my favorite type of scary. Not moments that make you be like, oh, this is trying to scare me here, go jump scare. Moments that make you be like, bro, this is eerie and fucking weird. That's pretty much it. It was nice. There's a couple instances in this show that even if this is her dream, even if this is Wanda's dream, like when she was making dinner and she can put anything into reality, which she did during that dinner, why she just couldn't make the dinner in the beginning? It's like small stuff to me that'd be like, okie dokie. Or like Vision. If Vision knew that girl was gonna fuck him up, and he went through everybody else in that show, his hand went through other people, that's his power, why he just didn't go inside his body and take the gun out? It's like small shit like, I guess you needed the conflict, I guess you needed Vision to be drunk, I guess you needed that boss to be mad. Shit like that. Other than that, it was cool. The baby shit about to get weird. It's like, Vision don't got a dick.
He does have a dick, but I don't think he can.
He got a dick? I didn't know he had a dick.
It was fucking.
It's Tony Stark, bro. I'm pretty sure that nigga was like, yeah, you gonna be fucking in the future, bro. I got your back.
But yeah, he can't reproduce, so it's still gonna be weird. Yeah, RP this nigga with a broken collarbone on my team. If I would say one, me and Kim, I only air and I'm done after this because I don't want to keep rattling on. That shit ain't had no end credit scene. That fucking ending is like 3 minutes long, bro.
Like 5 minutes, bro. Yeah, because I thought something was gonna happen.
I didn't do it.
It didn't.
I didn't do it. But for me, my family liked it, but me and my mom had criticisms towards it. I watch a lot of black and white, but most of my black and white knowledge is from watching movies or Alfred Hitchcock stuff and Twilight Zone stuff. So, like for me, I didn't come for that. I came for WandaVision stuff. So when I heard that this was going to be black and white episodes, I was praying that it was just one episode because I thought it was two. I feel like this could have been just one episode, in my opinion. I don't care for it at all. I don't like it, but I understand what they were trying to go for. A lot of the little Easter eggs went over my head because I was just kind of like, I got bored in the middle of it a little bit. But when I rewatched it, I saw all the little hints and things that they were gearing towards, like the stuff that Cam was talking about, where she cut her hand and on the radio they were asking Wanda what happened to you when that little helicopter was in the bushes and
there was
all
a commercial that like showed like a Hydra.
Yeah, I caught that the second time I watched it. First time, I'm just like, what am I watching? I just want to finish it. I didn't like it that much. I am interested in them moving forward, like now that the color is back and the kids are involved, because I did read that first Young Avengers run when it was going around. So I know a little bit about Wiccan and Speed, so I'm excited to see their characters because I like the Young Avengers. Huh? Wiccan and Speed.
How the fuck do they have kids?
Okay, so in the comics, the original comics before the Young Avengers run, they had kids because she took like shards from Mephisto's soul and made kids from that. Because her powers are like dark magic, she uses hex magic.
She can manipulate reality and shit, so it kind of be shit like that.
So, if they bring Mephisto in, because they did hint in that when they said the devil is not the only, like, I forgot what she said something about the devil during the little tea party thing. So Mephisto shows up, I'm cool because that's like that weird like eerie shit. Then I'm interested in that. I'm interested in seeing how Wiccan and Speed grow up, how that dynamic with them being part of like the Marvel's version of the devil, like that's how they were brought into this world. I'm interested in that part.
You also have to realize it's all taking place inside her head. So
that's true, but
so it's
but
like
they have if that's the case, then I really don't want to watch this. I'm just cliff noted because the Wiccan and Speed stuff is cool because you have like multiple elements of like her, because there's a thing I don't know, but I just want the Marvel shit. I don't care about the '60s aesthetic. I don't care about all of that. So I just want to get straight to it.
Straight through,
So I feel like it could have just been one episode. If it was just one episode combined, I wouldn't have been mad. But because there was 2 episodes and it was both black and white, I was like, whatever. But the Vision stuff was funny though. I did like the magic show stuff. The actor for Vision, he did a really good job because I really felt like I was watching a 1960s TV show during that scene. I didn't like the dinner scene that much. Like what Datro said, I was just like, "Why are you tweaking? You was literally popping everything into existence to take a soup on the date." But I mean, I'm not. I think it'll be good later on. I think they knew that these episodes weren't going to be that great, so they just put them both. Are they gonna release 2 episodes every week, or is it just one episode every week?
Probably gonna be one because that good Disney Plus subscription money.
So they must have knew these episodes were like hey, we just people might not like it, so let's just put them both week instead of making it 2 weeks. And I respect them for doing that because you saved me from getting pissed off for the next week. But overall, I enjoyed it. Like the second episode, I enjoyed way more than the first. And when we got to like the beekeeper scene where she said no, I was like in with that shit.
Yeah,
I want more of that.
Rewinded time.
Yeah, rewound everything. I woke up at that part, so I'm excited for what's to come, and hopefully there's no more of that 1960s shit. I didn't like it. That's it.
Right. I'll also say this as one thing too, because they are hyping this Doctor Strange movie to be like a kind of like a real horror film, and most of the MCU targeted for kids, right? I feel like this show is going to be a good introductory, i.e., parents go have to talk to their kids or something like that, right? Because it's instead of like instead of just like the way I think the Doctor Strange movie is going to be is kind of like this, where it's not like jump scare, like, oh, there's a disfigured body of Vision, like jump, be scared about that. It's gonna be like slow, like mental degradation,
psychological.
Yeah, and if they're going for that, and this show is a prelude of things to come. I think they're handling it well because, like, MCU is targeted for kids. And so, and the way to do good horror without worrying about like age restrictions is the parents go get mad or file complaints. It's too slow burner. It's and that's my because y'all I fucking hate horror. I'm not doing that shit. But even I was entertained with like the way they handled the horror elements. Like, so I think they're doing a good job of that. And like DC said, I think that now that they're in the color thing, things are going to start to kind of go the way people want. But I do think that people are overreacting a bit when it comes to like they're like, oh, this shit's trash. And it's like, my nigga, it's WandaVision.
But what did you expect?
Like this ain't freaking Iron Man, the Adventures of Iron Man, fucking WandaVision. And they didn't advertise the show. Like when you saw the show, when they were showing trailers shit, they showed this black and white shit. Like they did, like I'm not trying to because people, oh, you defend like this is what they showed us, bro. So it's not like if you had like some type of high expectations for like some action pack end of Avengers Endgame war between Thanos and like the Avengers shit, like, bro, no, you're not gonna get that shit. But I would just say like I keep watching. Like this is at least do the anime rule of 3 episodes, and if those 3 episodes like you just like yo fuck this show, then drop it. Move on with their life. You'll be confused as hell when you get to the Doctor Strange movie because y'all know Marvel has a hard on for linking everything together. So be on the lookout for that.
Yep. So let's go ahead into our first, or probably for Cam's sake, final impressions of the Scott Pilgrim game. So, give a little backstory of the Scott Pilgrim game. Came out in the PS3 360 era. And it got a lot of praise for its time, for being a pretty good, pretty solid beat 'em up. And then it just suddenly disappeared from the gaming stores altogether, which is funny and weird. mainly primarily copyright reasons, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I think some point last year they said, oh, we're re-releasing the Scott Pilgrim game complete edition, DLC and all, whatever. Everybody gets hyped, everybody's excited. I'm like, okay, I've heard good things about this. It's respectable. So it comes out this past week. $15, not bad. $15 holla. Hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But still, that $15 could have went to some Uber Eats if you didn't like it at all. So I see it's $15. I'm like, I'll go ahead and cop. I was gonna get on my Switch. I'm kind of glad I didn't get on my Switch. I'm kind of good. I'm glad I got on my PlayStation. So my thoughts, and I'm gonna be pretty fast. It's a straightforward beat 'em up. It does feel like a PS3 game almost. Like they really didn't update as much as I thought they would. But I eventually got used to it. But this game is hard as shit. If you go in and think you just gonna punch kick combo, you're going to get your ass whooped. I'm just keeping it G. You are going to get your ass whooped. Blocking is going to be your best friend. You will die. If you die, just take advantage of it. Start back from the beginning and level up, my nigga. But this game is hard as shit. And I kind of like the challenge. It's a fun challenge, and it's something I can sit there and be like, I just got in from work. Let me go ahead and play this because I don't feel like playing anything else right now. That's the type of game it is for me. Now, let me go ahead and say the negatives real quick. This game is still pretty goddamn broken. And when I say in terms of broken, I'm going to say the online is broken as shit. Primarily that. So, but then, that's when I realized Ubisoft made the game. And when Ubisoft makes these games that's online, you know there's going to be some bullshit involved, man. It's going to be some bullshit. Legit some bullshit. And what kind of bullshit did I get? So, a couple of experiences with playing online. I played a 4-player session with Eugene, our homies Eugene, Dion, and other Cam. And we got all the way to the boss of this one stage. And also the lag was horrible. Like I had to adjust to the lag as I was playing. But for some goofy reason they had friendly fire on. Why is that an option on a beat 'em up? I don't know. So we get to the final boss. I get a notification saying a connection issues is causing whatever. I like, okay, whatever. I think I'm about to get booted. I didn't get booted out. Instead, it seems like I was put into a separate gaming session with my friends while they're doing something else. The boss was frozen. I just beat the boss up, and it says on my screen, congratulations, you beat the boss. I even got the trophy for it. So I was like, hey, cool, I got an easy trophy. They're still on my screen getting beat up by a group of enemies in the corner of my screen. I told them, hey, I just beat the boss. What's going on? They said, no, on our screen, you're just standing there and we're getting our ass kicked. I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate. So I'm waiting for them to beat the boss. Then after that, the game's just stuck because it don't know, the boss has been beaten and it don't know which one to honor. So we had to hard quit the game. Then I played with Cam. We do the first stage. And the whole time I'm sitting there like, bro, who are you beating up? Because on my screen you're punching air. When in actuality, on his screen he's fighting somebody else. So we was once again in a separate gaming session. It makes no sense. Because then we couldn't move forward because he said on his screen there was somebody on there that I couldn't see. So I can hit a ghost. So hey, so Ubisoft, you fucked up in terms of the multiplayer. Because co-op is going to be very essential in this game. Very much. Because it's a very fucking difficult game. And trying to navigate by yourself takes a lot of freaking skill. Fix your fucking game. Yeah, it's $15. But this is like a fake community hype type game. Fix it. And that's it. But overall, I had fun with it. I'm taking it what it is. Like, I'm not going to sit there and rate it. Is it worth $15? Yeah, to me. Is it worth $15 to other people? No, that's an Uber Eats meal for them probably. So I ain't mad if they don't feel like it was worth their $15. But for me, it was worth $15 to me. If it's like one of those things, like, hey, it is what it is. Just going, if you want to buy it, let me put it like this: if you want to buy it, put it like this: are you hungry? Is one of your favorite meals on Uber Eats is free shipping right now because it's like you got 10 minutes. If it is, get you your meal. If it's not, and you really just want to play the Scott Pilgrim game, go ahead. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, so I think this is one of my first gaming L's of the year. This shit is ass. I'm gonna put it like this. This is an example of how nostalgia can kill a game. I was like, when I first heard about the game, I was like, oh, I remember like this playing this game when it came out back in the day. I thought it was pretty like the art style, like kind of like the Streets of Rage type of beat them up. Pretty cool. Um, yeah, I regret buying this game instantly. Like when I played like the single player shit, like this you need friends. This game is boring. It's hard as hell, but it's boring as hell playing. Um, like the fucking it feels like I'm playing fighters online. I don't know, like the frame delays or some shit like that. That shit is ass. Um, so for all my Scott Pilgrim fans, like I don't care if y'all this game is ass. Ubisoft again. This is Ubisoft slander. They trail already hit it with the Valhalla. They get it with the Scott Pilgrim, and we'll talk about it with the Star Wars later on. But bro, like y'all niggas suck, G. You can put it like that, bro. Like y'all straight L's, G. Like this shit garbage, bro. Y'all niggas really sat at a table and was like, yo, let's report this game. This is it. Like, no, nigga, let that shit die in nostalgia, G. What Star Wars say? What Luke say? Uh, let the past die, kill it if you have to. Should have did this with this game, bro. Ain't all that. I'm glad you only charged $15 for it. Do I think this game is worth $15? No, I think this game is worth a free for PlayStation. Barely, if that. Use that $15 to invest in savings. Buy some stock that costs less than it'll be worth it'll be a much more worthwhile investment. Multiplayer is fucking abysmal garbage. Uh, which was your main selling point of this game, and this shit don't work. I have good internet, so don't come at me with like, no, my internet is good. I pay a lot of money. We pay a lot of money at this apartment for fucking good internet, so it ain't none. It's not our fault. And so, Ubisoft with the bum ass Uplay servers or whatever y'all trying to get me to do with Uplay, stop it. Shit's garbage. Only got Uplay on my PC, so I get this free code for Rainbow Six Siege. I uninstalled that shit. So like, all in all, I'm gonna get this game a rating of 1 out of 10 because it don't work and it sucks. That's it. The LG. The movie was good. The game is ass. That's it.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into news. So first that we gotta give you guys an update with the Shueisha situation. Shueisha said, "Nigga, we ain't do shit wrong." Literally, they said we ain't do that. So, them copyright strikes that was going on Twitter was not an act of Shueisha. They did not choose violence. So I take back what I said. They did not choose violence. But at the same time, I will say this: the fact that Twitter let a fake Shueisha account sit there and say, "Hey, I'm offended. Take this shit down," and they did it, says more about Twitter than anything else. But then again, we got to factor in Twitter let Donald Trump tweet things for a good 4 or 5 years. So they're easily fooled. So, Shueisha, we have no wrong with you. We would take our sponsorship money with extra zeros. So we appreciate that. So please give us the bag. And Twitter, do better. Please. Because it shouldn't be that easy. If I could sit there and pretend to be Nintendo, if that's the case. I can sit there and pretend to be Nintendo and sit there and say, every person that is using Mario, Link, Samus, anything involving us, shut that shit down. If it's that easy.
Even if they reference them, they ain't gotta have pictures. But if one of they posts say like, "I'm like Mario,"
Take that shit down. If it's that easy. Twitter, do better. Please. So that's that. And then what else happened in the news? The streets also want Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake. It's not official, but it does look like there will be a Pokemon remake coming out this year. They did announce Pokemon Snap. Me personally, I don't give a fuck why I know Pokemon Snap.
I think it was leaked.
Oh, it's official leak
because there was something about because like there was a lot of Pokemon shit that came out recently, and I think it was one of the leaks said something about there's gonna not a Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, not like that, but like kind of like Sword and Shield type of remake of Diamond and Pearl, which I'm all for because that's my favorite gen Pokemon. That's an instant.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. So streets want Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Nintendo, deliver. That's all I ask for. Last couple of things. Cyberpunk development didn't start until 2016, allegedly. So that's another L on that end in regards to this game. At this point, it is what it is. You can still get your refunds on Cyberpunk, but according to sources, Cyberpunk did not enter development until 2016 when they said it started development. I think a couple years before that. So.
And it just came out that one of the demos they had, I think it was like 2017 E3 or something. One of their demos was like false. That wasn't like an actual game. Which I mean, like, I'm trying to get this Cyberpunk controversy, but it was also because we didn't touch on this, but like they did release that apology video. You know what this shit reminded me of, bro? It reminds me of like those YouTuber apology videos. It's like they say like the N word or some shit like that, and they go like they come out with a video and they're like I didn't know it'd be a while to record this because it's just so hard for me. It's not who I am. I only said the N word because at the time I thought it was the right thing to say, but I'm not a racist. And that shit right like that. They said a bunch of corporate PR bullshit. We truly care about the game. Nah, nigga. At the end of the day, you pushed the button to release this game. You knew the state that it was in. You knew everything going into this. You get no sympathy. Like that apology video did nothing to me. I know some niggas going like, oh yeah, Cyberpunk apologize. Like, no, they don't. They got caught with their hand in a cookie jar, and now they upset about it, or they're CD Project CD Project L, yeah. Continue to hold these L's. And just fix your fucking game, bro. Just stop with all this bullshit and just stay radio silent. And the next time you come out, we patch the game. That's all I want to hear from you. And they were saying something about this free DLC shit because they had released a roadmap about like the various patches that they're gonna plan on doing. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Don't put that DLC out until you fix this whole game from start to finish. I don't give a fuck about that DLC. If I'm playing the DLC and niggas is still fucking clipping and my game is crashing, I'm not gonna care about that. Fix your game first, release the DLC later, and scrap multiplayer. I heard that they delayed it. No, I don't know how multiplayer is gonna work with this broken ass game.
I still don't think we're getting it. What's the team deathmatch?
You gonna be able to take your created character, so I can take my my super Omega broken comrade's hammer into multiplayer and one shot everybody, or they can one shot me with their OP freaking pistol builds. Nah, that ain't it. But that's just an update on Cyberpunk situation. Hopefully, the next time we do an update on Cyberpunk, it'll be the game is fixed and it's good, like really good.
Exactly. Hopefully. And then last piece of news. Ubisoft is making a massive Star Wars game. Now you sit there wondering, wait, I thought EA does the licensing, has the license for Star Wars. I guess the deal is almost up, and Ubisoft.
No, Disney said, "Fuck you, EA."
That too.
That's what
Disney
happened.
said, "F y'all," and Ubisoft said, "We'll go ahead and do it." And Ubisoft is already starting up wrong by saying it's a massive Star Wars game. And when I think of a massive Star Wars game, I think of a game in what's already massive in itself. Assassin's fucking Creed. So we know that means we're going to visit multiple planets and galaxies, and that game is never going to finish. Let alone the optimization is going to be filthy. Let alone, Jesus Christ, you niggas going to fuck up lightsaber battles.
Yeah, this is made by the same production. Now I know a lot of people say that the Division 1 people still. I know people said that Division is really good now. The live service game.
How do we know Division 2 good and no one plays the shit?
Streets are saying that Division 2 is really good now after all the freaking updates and shit came in. So I guess. So I'll put it like this. I fucking hate Ubisoft. I think I've made that known. I don't like them niggas. I just don't like the way they do shit. I don't like their company. It's still from a moral point, it's still fuck Ubisoft because they let all that year of sexual abuse and all that other stuff go down at that studio. So fuck y'all for that. But the way y'all do y'all games, I just don't like y'all make live service games. Y'all just release a game, it fucking sucks, and then down the road it gets good and people go like, oh, the game's good now. Nah, I'm good. So when I hear Star Wars Ubisoft Edition, I'm thinking Jedi control radio stations that you gotta climb to scan the map. I'm thinking Uplay store. I'm thinking time savers where you can buy Jedi training experience boosters to boost your level ups. I'm thinking combat is gonna be not good. Like it's just to me, I don't really think anybody wants a big, massive open Star Wars game. I think what we want is just really compact, tight, story-driven narrative games. Especially like with you have something like the Mandalorian, you can do like something have like the underground side, like a Star based off of that, like, and then just let EA have like continue on with the whole like Jedi Fallen Order. So EA has, or at least the Respawn has like the Jedi shit, and then Ubisoft you can focus more on like the main side of Star Wars, Mandalorian shit, stuff like that. But like, stop trying to Ubify your games though, your IPs. Nobody wants this shit. At least to me, I don't want to play an 100+ hour Star Wars game, dog. I'm good on that shit. With a fucking Jedi Eagle above me that's gonna tell me where my enemies are, bro. Like I'm good on that. So a lot of people are saying. I will say that the positive though, the big positive that we can all take from this is that EA no longer has exclusivity to the Star Wars license. I mean that's a huge positive because them niggas had what Battlefront 1, Battlefront 2 ass. They had Jedi Fallen Order okay. And then they had the Star Wars Squadron game, which a lot of people say that that's really good, especially with the VR. I don't really care about those dogfights. So you had like 1.5 good games and 2 shitty games. So it's like Disney was like, yo, you fucking up. We got to open this. Fortunate that Ubisoft is the one to pick up the reins. But hopefully if this goes well, if the Ubisoft game goes well, this will tell Disney to allow other companies to take over Star Wars game. Start getting a diverse range.
Also, for those who like the Fallen Order game, the next gen update did come out this past week for the game. I really haven't looked into it like about it yet. I know people. There are videos I think of like people playing the next gen update of the Fallen Order. So if you love the game and you want to give it a chance to replay it, go ahead and see how it plays on there. Hopefully, enemies just don't magically pop up anymore. So, see how that goes. But yeah, so that's it for news. So let's get ready to end the episode. We got freaking clowns out here, goofies. It's funny as the song was playing. Daytra had a moment. Something happened. I saw this. Oh shit. So I got 3 clowns, G. So first clown, simps. I'm just gonna keep it G real. Niggas out here some simps, bro. It's niggas going out sad, G, and it's okay, bro. It really is, G. It's sometimes shorties don't have to acknowledge you on social media, bro, and it's okay. If she do, she don't, it's okay. But hold your fucking L. You don't have to make it known that you're just a friend. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with being just a friend. Biz Marquis made a song about it. And then 2, Azalea Banks. This bitch dug up a cat.
That was fine.
Bitch dug up her dead cat that happened to be named Lucifer.
What?
And she had the nerve to put that motherfucker in a pot. Put hot water in said pot. And stir that bitch up like it was a goddamn meal.
I plan on getting the cat if you.
That shit made me sick. I almost threw my phone. That's a crazy bitch, and I need her.
Video of that on social media.
You put it up on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter. I mean Instagram. On her Instagram.
Her eating the cat.
She didn't eat it, but it's assumed that it was ate. She dug it out the hole, and it's in a pot, being stirred up. You can see the skull. It was nasty, and and people asking for the video. Stop.
You don't want to see it.
I don't.
You really don't. Shit. If you do, you really are dark. A dark son of a bitch, honestly. But that's a crazy bitch. That's just a crazy bitch. And my last one goes to Inuyasha fans. So, like, I don't watch
I'm gonna ask you about this.
So I don't watch that bullshit ass of they kids. But I guess in this weekend's episode, they finally revealed what happened to Inuyasha and Kagome, where's Sesshomaru at, and stuff like that. And also who is the mother of the Sesshomaru's kids. If you niggas did not think it was that underage child, something's fucking wrong with you.
Yeah, I thought that was obvious. I guess it was a theory, but like pretty much the videos that I've been seeing, they were saying that it was the freaking kid that he raised.
Exactly.
Wait, what? Well, hold on. A kid he raised and he had a child?
Yeah, like he raised her as like
technically that nigga Sylvestered her.
Yeah, basically, like from what I gather, like he raised her. I guess maybe he thought of her as like a sister, but like she had romantic feelings for her, I think. And then I guess like he turned that age, it was like fuck it, I might as well.
Yes. Ain't no fuck it, nothing.
Gee, all I'm gonna say is this community was so much in denial. Gee, like I never thought that I'm like I even put a comment saying you niggas was in denial. It was obvious from the jump. And then somebody response to me was lazy writing.
No, it's Japan being weird, G. Like that
exactly. But I'm like, gee, how is it lazy writing? It makes no sense. Literally, I just pulled it back up on my phone, looking at the comment section. Literally, somebody said Ren and Sesshomaru is lazy writing. I don't care. Bro. If you, for those people, like I vaguely like watched Inuyasha, just like what the fuck's going on. My little sister finished the series and she didn't even watch this bullshit, and she probably assumed Sesshomaru was fucking that child. Also, by the way, Inuyasha's fucking a child too.
That's what I'm saying. Like Inuyasha's a pedophile.
So everybody's pedophile. Everybody's under Sylvester Act on this show, G. And you niggas is acting like, oh, Sesshomaru and Ren is wrong. Yeah, Ren was younger. I know. I understand that. But G, that was the only character that Sesshomaru of the opposite sex he cared about.
That also could be a Killer Bee situation, or not a Killer Bee, Choji situation. Marry somebody completely different.
Exactly. Choji had to go out the village. No, and for Choji's sake, it made sense. But
you got the W.
Exactly. He got a black queen. You thought Sesshomaru was gonna pull up with a black chick and be like, "Hey, what's good?" No. They was gonna fuck a child, and I'm not approving of it. But you niggas really was hopeful
y'all
that the
show,
man
G.
wasn't a pedophile.
Y'all
He
watch
said
that
that's
show,
y'all
G.
show.
Y'all watch that show.
Like, gee, that's like me watching Naruto. No, that's like me watching freaking Dragon Ball Z and saying, "Yeah, Vegeta's finally going to freaking beat the bad guy." No, Goku's gonna beat the bad guy. It's obvious. Shit. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, Inuyasha community, hold that fucking L, G. Hold that
Wait,
damn
so
L.
what happened to Inuyasha Kagome? Did they die or something?
No, they're sealed inside of a fucking jewel. The irony. Exactly. So exactly. So the joke writes itself. So niggas is really mad that Larry Sesshomaru was a pedophile. Fucking clowns, G.
I don't understand that community, bro. I don't want to get into it.
Y'all weirdos.
Like, niggas is really mad. Like, let me read this one comment. Somebody legit said, I don't know why y'all surprised. Somebody's response, yes, it makes sense because the show failed to develop him and now they're trying to push him to the forefront due to his popularity, so it's exhausting. He had no connection with Ren. That even indicate that they will be a thing. It just shows that she was the only person we saw him give a slight fuck about. And that is how
That's why.
Gee.
She's a girl. She's a woman. How do you have babies?
She was
man and woman.
like, gee, y'all niggas is weird, bro. Y'all niggas really are mad at the fact that literally that man fucked a child, and y'all was hoping he didn't fuck a child. Just because y'all niggas called that man husbando, or where the fuck the opposite of waifu is. Y'all
Probably
some
as
sick
a child
fucks.
yourselves, huh?
Exactly. Y'all some sick fucks y'all damn self. So guess what? It is what it is. Hold that goddamn L. He's a pedophile. He's under Sylvester Act. Deal with it. That was my clowns.
Damn it, Chris, you made me forget my cloud and I had it, but you kept going on about this pedophile shit. Fuck! Skip me. Fuck! It was funny too. Fuck!
My fault, G. My fault. Any other clowns?
Oh yeah, my clown of the week goes to the freaking Dokkan community. Apparently, like it's like some beef, like the 5-9 gaming. They released like some like tier list on Dokkan with like the top bars. Like one of the dudes.
Oh, he put Kaioken and Goku above Gohan. And
he put
bed.
Ultimate Gohan in 10, and he put fucking Goku at. But like it's a clown both ways, right? Like I'm a clown in the community because like why y'all niggas telling him to kill himself? Fucking it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And two, I'm gonna clown him too because he knew it. Like you knew that's gonna be the risk. Like you know how this community is, bro. Like, come on, G. And like I know why you did it. I have no ill will towards you. So if some people want to come at me like, oh, why you attack him too? Just as bad as me. I care less about this. So he is what it is. He's a part of the channel. I've subscribed to the channel, so I'm supporting him. Whatever. But like you knew what you was doing. You know how people think about Tech Ultimate Gohan. You know how people think about Strength Kaioken Goku. Like you know that. And you put that on there because you know internet culture. Internet culture is 101 is if the majority sides with something, go with the minority. Why? Because you want those controversy clicks. You want people to listen to you because it's like, oh, Mandalorian's popular. Well, I think Mandalorian's the worst fucking television show known to man. Oh, well, let me listen to him. Why does he hate? What is he like? And then I'm surprised that I'm getting like death threats and shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's the internet. I think people need to realize that like this is the internet. Like this isn't like a safe haven. This isn't like your safe place. If you know social media, you know how communities react to shit like that. You know how fickle some of these niggas are over a fucking free to play mobile game. You gotta be prepared to take that heat, G. If you put yourself out there, bro, you can't be afraid to take a punch. Now, I'm not saying that I'm completely justifying the fact that they're giving you death threats. No, but don't be surprised that you're getting such a negative reaction from the community. This is the Dokkan community, bro. These are niggas who spend money over a free-to-play gotcha game. What type of mentality do you think they have? Like, come on now, G. Like, so don't get fucking shocked over this shit, G. Niggas is overreacting, and I'm gonna give you a clown because you thought you would go get away with that. Like, nigga, your list was trash, and niggas called you out on it. Hold that L. And the community hold that L too, bro. Don't send niggas death threats. Not that deep. It's a mobile game. We all spend money on this shit. We all get shitty pools. And it's no PvP too. So it's like, yeah, just because this nigga thinks that Strength Kaioken Goku's number 3 don't mean nothing. It's not go like you're not gonna log into your account and they gonna be like, oh, because this guy thinks Strength Kaioken Goku is number 3, we're gonna nerf every other card in the game. Yeah. Y'all niggas some weirdos. And that's it. Like, I don't understand why y'all taking this shit so seriously. Just looking forward to the Annie. It's coming out in 2 weeks, and we all go broke trying to get Master of those. That's it.
All right.
I got clown.
Go ahead.
All right. So, anybody that looked on Netflix or you just seen some Hunter stuff, you're like, let me get into it, and you watched it, you a clown. I'm a clown. Every Hunter fan is a clown because I just seen this shit today that you put in the chat. 100 consecutive, was it Shonen Jump issues? The last chapter was 2018.
Damn.
No, don't watch this shit, bro. That hurts me. We're getting a Berserk chapter this month. No, don't watch this show, man. You're gonna be like me. You're gonna lose an IQ point, and you're gonna have schizophrenia because you are trying to figure out what is in Tagashi's head. You starting to think like Tagashi. There's niggas but like there's a general consensus where people are like coming up with theories and continuing the story on their own because this nigga ain't writing the damn story. I don't know where he at right now. He's lost. He's lost himself. He lost his pen.
Lost his back.
Damn back.
Off his back, G. It hurts.
Get your wife and give this series to her, please. I beg of you. Dear, I need to know what happens next. We all need to know what happens next, but we never gonna see it. We're never gonna fucking see this shit.
You on mute, Nature.
You know what happens next, DC? I know what happens next. See, I got good information from the guy who created, and what happened next.
Yo, Nature back hurt.
That's that hurt, boy.
Yo,
all my Hunter fans, I'm gonna tell you like this: get right with Jesus, because the only way you gonna learn how Hunter is with a conversation with God. Other than that, you ain't gonna. Whatever. What was the last chapter? What the last chapter in?
2018 was the last time we got a chat. Wait, let me check them out.
No. What happened in the?
I
last
don't
chapter?
know because I didn't read it.
Like,
DC didn't say, I ain't about to read this shit. I want to get my hopes up.
It, bro.
Get right with Jesus. That's the only person who go tell you how this stuff ends.
Oh, bro, that hurt. That's devastating. That's devastating.
That is hell. 2 years. And did he say he was I don't know if it was true, but like he was doing good. He had like a couple months where he would drop a chapter or two, man. Like you're not in the conversation though. Like fuck that.
I was saying about that. You Hakusho.
Like, hey, man.
You let Yusuke down.
No, he didn't. If anything, he proved that Yusuke is really one of the real goats. He at least had an ending. He at least had an ending. But he letting y'all down, the fans. Meanwhile, niggas sitting there still fucking loving a freaking monster that loves a child. Sick freak. But hey, I'm always gonna let that Maron slander go in the chamber. And yes, Merrim's still gonna be in the top 10 simps. I'm letting you niggas know that right off the bat. He's still in that bitch. He ain't going nowhere, G. If you got a problem with it, you ain't gonna fight me. So like, hey, deal with it. Deal with it. Datra, did you remember your clown? Or we're gonna go ahead and end this episode?
Yes. But tune in to Threes of the Ring to hear it.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey. All right. So little teaser right there. To be continued on Threes from the Ring. So let's go ahead and episode
on Nickelodeon.
So let's end the episode on that note. We thank you guys for listening. Much love and appreciation. Make sure you copy some You Tweaking Media merch, hoodies, face masks, t-shirts. We got it all. Cover your freaking mouth. Also, I'm just gonna let this be known now. If you niggas try to storm the Capitol during Inauguration Day, let God have mercy on your soul, because you niggas is going to literally see heaven and see judgment. And it's gonna be
no,
swift.
that's not just the Capitol building, but the stuff. Also, yeah, let's just put this out as a general PSA. Oh, be safe out here, everybody, because like there's a lot of like FBI has even verified that there's like a lot of rumors that there's some shit that's gonna go down in each Capitol building in each state. So from like actually, I think it started yesterday. It says it's gonna be from the 16th to the 20th. Like a lot of head ass shit that these freaking white supremacist dumbasses think terrorists think they can get with. So be safe, stay home. If you don't try to be out here doing some stuff, like stay home, be safe, watch your surroundings, and be on the lookout for that. Niggas is wild and
yeah. Please.
In the words of Marlo from The Wire, tell your people to tool up.
That too. And tool up. So do that. But yeah, but please be safe out here. Please. But if you happen to be Manga and you listen to this podcast, think about it. Please think about it. Is
it worth
it? But we appreciate you guys for listening. YouTube viewers, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share as well. You know the vibes. Please hit that share button as well as much as you hit that like button. And our audio listeners, whether it's SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, whatever you can listen to a podcast, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button as well. We appreciate you guys for listening. Greatly appreciate you guys. And peace.
Johnny.
Peace out.
Wiedersehen.